that's a sign.
I'ma break it down, yeah, the earth is shaking now. 2020 visional, yeah, I got that Richmond flow. Northside get critical, pain you is deep. You just waiting for something to be fixing you. It might be the weed, it might be the coke. Putting dick all down, yo, some thotty's throat. Everything gets upside down and turned into a ghost. Yo, I'm still from the hood, it all ends with smoke. On everything, turning forecast to a hurricane. Man, boost my adrenaline, like a cycle with no medicine. If they make a pass, I hope they let them in. They was watching them soon as they let them in. Fuck the other side, yo, it's us, man, it's never them. One love, baby, one love, huh? War never stops, more blood, huh? America is fraud with no love, huh? More poverty for the system, more drugs, huh? His story is lies, America won't tell you why. Even things that fell from the skies was written in your Bibles way before your time. Multiple children in the country is disappearing. Underground rituals and spiritual, y'all get it soon. It's blood moons, disease poison fumes, volcano active tune.
All these things that is on my mind, and I can't lie with the skies. I've been broken, you can see it in my eyes. It happens time after time after time. I can show you what it be in my mind, and I can help your feels when it's time. Anybody on my team finna shine. When you catch a glimpse of me, that's a sign.
All right, here we go. What's good, everybody? I unfortunately got to make a video on this bitch ass topic. This topic is very fucked up. I know you probably seen the title of this shit and you're like, yo, what the fuck is this dude doing? But before we even jump into it, before I even explain or even talk about anything, I want to make sure that the audio is good, that the sound is good, and that niggas can hear me properly. Cause I'm gonna make sure y'all hear me out, bruh. Cause I'm tired. I'm so tired of this shit, bruh. Like people speaking on my name and throwing dirt on my name and saying shit about me when they're generally just a fucked up ass person all around in every aspect to begin with. So I want to make sure the audio is good. Type a 1 in the chat. Let me know if the audio is A1 and y'all can hear me properly. I'm going to wait to make sure. Y'all can hear me good? All right, word. So look, man, check it out. Y'all probably like, yo, what the fuck is this video about? What is this title? What is going on? What the hell? Long story short, months ago, your boy tried to fucking help out. I tried to save ETIKA from dying. I tried my hardest. I went in, I did everything in my motherfucking power to try to make sure that this nigga would be good. And I tried to pass on the information to the people that I thought was the closest ones to him. Passing that information on, I tried to even send it to him too. It didn't really work out. He was in a mental hospital. The dude can't even read my messages to begin with. But I tried to pass it on to people that actually fucking were close to him and had a say-so and shit like that in his life. And that were supposed to, keyword emphasis on this fucking quotation mark around the word supposed to care about this nigga. But apparently that's not the case. And I'm going to explain to you and show you all that shit now. And it's pretty ridiculous that I even got to do this. This is fucking crazy. Like, this is the last thing that I want to do. I asked to be left alone. I tried to just block the fucking bitch and tell her to leave me the fuck alone. But it don't work like that. Sometimes you can't be a kind person and try to walk away and be the bigger person from a situation. Sometimes you got to put people in their place, especially when they're childish ass individuals. So what happened? We're going to start from the beginning. I'm not going to give a full entire fucking backstory on all this. All that's already on my Twitter if you want to go find it and go look at it. I'm going to give a brief summary and then I'm going to get into the shit that we got to talk about right now. And I even got people that are currently on a Discord voice call with me right now. my girl Mikado, you guys know, and I have 2 other people that I'm going to speak to on Discord as well on a voice call, and we're going to discuss this shit because ETIKA had a backstabber close to him, whether you know it or not. And I hate that I'm even fucking, why am I still talking about ETIKA 6 months, 4 months, 5 months later down the road? This shouldn't even be a discussion at this point, right? I mean, we all can pretty much agree on that, I would say, but we have to talk about it because people are taking my name and trying to drag it through the fucking mud and trying to make me out to look like some fucking crazy, overly, whatever, fanatic person that's just crazy about Desmond. And then on top of that, they want to try to say that I have mental illnesses, and then they want to also try to say that I want to suck Desmond's dick or ETIKA's dick, which is absolutely crazy to say. You're calling somebody that's straight gay, and you're projecting your fucking like ideas of what you think onto that person, or your ideas or your fantasies or whatever onto that person. That's crazy. But I need to give y'all context because it's like I don't want to start rambling and talking about shit and y'all don't even know what the hell's going on. So back on April 17th this year, Desmond or ETIKA was in the hospital, in the mental hospital, because some shit had happened and transpired that ended up ultimately leading him there. What I believe was because of weed. I believe he was smoking these vape pens that are all over the motherfucking news right now that have vitamin E and all these pesticides and other types of shit inside of it that are causing people to have schizophrenic episodes and mental breakdowns and stuff like that. So I believe it was because of that, because I've seen it happen to people in my life near me, near and dear to me, as well as friends and stuff that I went to high school with that were otherwise always normal until they started smoking these pens themselves as well. So I believe it was because of that, and he displayed all the same symptoms, and I helped 2 of those friends actually overcome the entire like ordeal themselves. The other 2, I have nothing to do with them this day because they're still fucking crazy to this point. But long story short, I believe that ETIKA's situation was because he had a mental episode due to the whole thing with the pesticides being inside of these THC vape cartridges and the vitamin E inside of these THC vape cartridges and whatnot, causing issues and whatnot. And I know vitamin E normally just causes lung problems, but there's pesticides in it that will fuck with your mind. And not even just pesticides. The weed is so strong and so strongly GMO'd these days that they remove all of the CBD component out of it. The CBD component is the part that makes you calm down, that helps you to relax. We'll get into that a little bit more later on, or you can find full context on my Twitter. There is loads and loads of videos and scientific studies and stuff that I also shared on my Twitter. You got to scroll back a little bit, or I might just repost the link for those of you that are just, just tuning in and don't know what the fuck is going on. So, long story short, I believe that ETIKA had a self-induced schizophrenic episode. Also, a part of it might have even been psychosis, which is pretty much the schizophrenia somewhat. They're very closely related due to the fact that he was smoking these THC vape cartridges. Now, long story short, I made that apparent right here on these screenshots, or not even screenshots, in the DMs. I have the full DMs right here in front of me where you can actually look and read for yourself. I'm going to just slowly scroll through it. I am not reading all of this shit. You can pause the video later or come back and look at it afterwards, whatever you want. I'm showing the whole thing. Pretty much, I told Christine, aka Alice Pika, that this is because of the THC, it's because of the vape or whatever. We need to try to stop him from vaping. That'll save his life. I had people in my life that this happened to, blah blah blah, da 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 da. Fast forward, she's just acting like at first that she's with me. She's like, thank you, I appreciate it, this is scaring me. Now I don't want to smoke weed anymore if this can happen. And then later on she ends up saying she doesn't believe me. And that just right there just is pretty crazy to say you don't believe someone when you have scientific research behind it to back it up. But it's completely fine. It's scientific research is apparently subjective these days, or are based on someone's perception apparently. But anyways, that doesn't matter. And this is not even about the whole THC thing. This is just the fact that we had a disagreement that I'm going to slowly scroll to so you can see the whole conversation. And remember, you can pause this at any time if you want to read this shit. I'm going to scroll to the part where everything took a left turn and started like actually turning into some fucking bullshit. So I'm going to keep scrolling and just take my time, and we're just going to sit here in silence until I get to the part. Y'all can see all this shit if you want on my Twitter. It's already released. Now, she's already blocked me, of course. Fuck. Didn't mean to click that. She's already blocked me because I exposed her. And what did I expose her for? Well, long story short, this bitch, yeah, normally I would never say that shit out my mouth to somebody's ex-girlfriend who I respected the fuck out of initially, right? I still respect ETIKA, but her, I don't have not an ounce, a drop of respect left in me because she's a manipulating ass bitch. But we'll continue. We'll go through all this. I'm just going to scroll through it. Y'all can pause this at any time. So then this is what happened. Right over here, July 28th, I hit her up. Christine, you know, I'm at July 28th. Let's give a little bit of context. I'm seeing all over the news that pretty much they're covering the fact that the vape pens are causing all these sicknesses, these deaths, people are dying, shit like that, right? Niggas is out here dying off the vape pens that I warned her about months in advance. So I'm seeing that all over the news, all over my timeline on Twitter, everywhere you look, it's just all over the place. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And it gets me thinking. I'm like, man, I tried to tell her about this shit so long ago, and now here we are. It's all over the news. She didn't listen. You know, I'm like, well, I'm thinking she's a mental health advocate. She really actually has that in her bio, says that she's an active mental health advocate and she supports, you know, NAMI and all that. So if she supports NAMI and all that and she's a mental health advocate, that would mean that she's all about bringing mental health awareness to the forefront and discussing it with people and having an open conversation with people to make sure that they are prepared or have some sort of understanding of what could potentially happen and how to take care of your mental health a little bit better, right? This is what I'm thinking at this point. Remember, this is before I really am like pissed off because she started manipulating shit and all that. I had looked past the fact that she fucked ETIKA's high school classmate literally days after he died. I'd looked past all that because I'm still thinking in my head, like, you know what? Well, I can't judge her on her actions. She's her own person. Shit happens. Shit takes place sometimes, whatever. It's not me, not my life, not my situation. You know what I mean? I would never do no fucking shit like that. But hey, it's on her. But like I said, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, it's on her. So I looked past that and still continued like being cordial and respectful with her, even though I really didn't have no respect in my mind. I'm like, I'm gonna keep my distance from her, but I thought like, all right, well shit, I can still try to get some of the positive out of this by bringing awareness to this mental health situation that took place with Desmond. We can now prevent this from happening with everybody else or other people around the web. So fast forward, boom, we're here. I'm like, Christine, you know, I told you about these vape pens, man. It played a huge part in Desmond's mind state. I feel like shit. I'm like really fucked up. I'm like teary-eyed, crying and shit at this point, and I'm really just emotional and just talking to her and trying to vent and also trying to get to the discussion of where like, hey, we could bring some awareness to this if you retweet or share this or you put this information out and all that. She'd already received all the links from me at this time. She had already had everything. I already gave her all the links to all the studies. There's even more studies that I didn't send her that she could have just quickly, easily Googled and found out for herself. But anyways, I sent her this. I'm like, played a huge part in Desmond's mind state. I feel like shit. I warned you way ahead of time. Just look up what's been happening the past month and a half with those THC vape pens. I'm like, they have pesticides inside them that cause psychosis and schizophrenia and also have been killing people. I said, I can't freaking bear the thought of this. I've been losing my shit for the past month. Why have I been losing my shit? It's because I feel like I'm like one of the only people on the web that know the inside information of what was fucking taking place, what was really happening. One, from experience with people around me that I watched this same shit happen to, and two, because I had messaged her far in advance. So it's eating me alive to know that, man, like I gave her this information far in advance and nothing came of it. Nothing at all came of it at all. And yes, you can make the argument he's a grown man, he can do what he wants, blah, 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 he ain't gonna listen to nobody. But if that's the case, why still choose to interact with somebody like that? Why choose to be around them? If you're just going to just already have the mind state of fuck them or they do whatever or it's not your responsibility, they're not in their own mind state. People that they're not in their normal mind state. People that have a mental illness, in my opinion, I believe that they're not responsible for their actions. So if they're not responsible, then who's responsible? Somebody around them is supposed to take responsibility. And that's exactly what I did for my friends when I saw this shit happening to them. Yeah, I went through a long fucking 3 years of just trying to get them on and off. They kept going back to the weed, not knowing it was it and all that shit. Long 3 years of my life to try to get this shit resolved and get them to recover. Long story short, it turned out well. But I know firsthand because I actually interjected myself into someone else's life to make sure I saved them. And that's how the whole situation turned out positive on my situation. So I was losing my mind because of that. I'm like, damn, I'm feeling like we could have saved him. Of course it's eating me away, bro. Like, what? I'm a Joy-Con boy just like you niggas. Most of y'all are actual Joy-Con boys, but some of y'all are just these fake ass niggas that just came around and just started talking shit to Desmond, and then when he passed away, you're like, act like you never said a goddamn thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into all that. I'm losing the sight of the topic. The topic here is that I'm messaging her. I'm saying all this. I'm like, I wish you would have read my messages. He stopped responding after the mental hospital. SMH, goddamn it, man. Said those carts did this to his mind and led people to bullying him and led to his death. Then I sent her a couple other links and screenshots and stuff like that, showing a little bit more of the information and whatnot. And then she said, damn, can you send me the details? So she's seeming like she cares at this point. So I send her the NYPD had arrested people that were dealing these carts, and this is how it all kind of led to the news and everything getting a hold of all this and all that. And it wasn't just the NYPD who arrested people. It was all across the nation. People were selling these black market carts and doing it in states where it was illegal to smoke weed. So I sent her all the links and stuff, and I also sent her where my boy Carlos had also commented on it, and he told me that he used to buy carts, the same THC carts that have these fucking psychoactive components, these components that cause psychoactive shit to happen in your mind. He was buying the same carts from these people that got arrested. So I was sending her that as proof because I felt like, you know, she had already told me back in the DMs earlier she didn't believe me. So here I'm still showing her like, look, this is all real, and I'm trying to get her to get on board so we can spread this awareness to everybody. So after I send her all this, notice how it starts to take a turn when she just like, she gets pissed off or whatever, or doesn't like something the way that I said it or whatever. She starts to say no one could have saved Desmond. He didn't think that he needed saving in his final weeks. He surrounded himself with people who wouldn't have been able to save him. And I understand that. I completely get that. I am not disputing that in any way, shape, or form. His mom fought really hard, So it just starts to turn, she's talking and just saying like facts right here for the most part. But then it starts to turn into, she's saying that she's sorry I'm hurting. So she's like being there for me kind of, which I was like, yo, thanks. I appreciated it. Right. So then I said, oh, you're right. Nobody could have saved him. Sad face. And then I said, just take it easy with those cartridges. So I'm trying to give a warning to her to try to, because she was smoking this damn things herself and smoking bud and whatever else up there. So I'm just trying to help her out as well and give her a little bit of like, forewarning and so that way we don't see the same thing happen to her, and not just her, but other people too. I mean, it's like all over the news. So I'm spreading this information to her to try to help out, and so we can get this information out to other people as well. So long story short, I sent her a long message, and as you see, it's just saying like, just pretty much telling her to take it easy with the cartridges, be careful, take 15 minutes out of your day, watch these videos, because I felt like she didn't watch it, right? And then she starts to just kind of get pissed off and say, upon saying the weed wasn't a primary factor in his psychosis is because of what was going on in his personal life and the way he was being treated online. If he were a regular guy that lived a normal life, then we can clearly see that the weed was a factor, but he used it for recreation and to help distress. That doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if he's using it to help distress or if it's for recreation. The using weed, period, even if it's not the THC cartridges, the fact that there's no CBD or very low percentages of CBD in today's weed causes people to have a reaction that can be psychoactive and cause them to go have schizophrenia or psychosis. So that's why I was saying, like, in my head, like, I know she didn't watch those videos, because in the videos and in the studies and the articles that you read, you'll see in there that it doesn't matter. It's not just the THC cartridges. It's all THC. Weed has been GMO'd so much these days that smoking it in excess or just smoking a lot of it, even if it's not a lot, some people are just susceptible to it, just highly susceptible to having that happen, especially if they have a history or a background in their family of having those sort of symptoms or ailments. So that's pretty much what I was like, all right, she's not paying attention. So she's just telling me like, oh no, and she's like, I did a poll on Twitter asking how many people smoke weed via vapes, and I'm surprised. And then so I'm like, please watch the video. I'm not anti-weed. I'm like, you're speaking to a weed smoker. I said, what up? This is a blunt I got right here, left from earlier. Send her a picture of it to show her, like, bro, I smoke too. It's not that you just got to take it easy. You got to have CBD in your shit, right? So Then she's like, so you're generally trying to help me out personally, or are you trying to find an external reason for his very personal decision to end his life? I'm not being overly defensive of vaping. I haven't smoked regularly in a month and I don't miss it. I hope you're sharing this information with everyone instead of me, as if cracking the code is going to bring Desmond back. It just feels like you're only blaming weed when he had a lot more going on in his life than a substance he used to relax. I said, oh, nah, don't take this as a personal attack or me cracking a code. I'm simply trying to shed light on something that could potentially help you and others who smoke bud. And I felt that sharing it may have also been a factor for Desmond's mental state can also have things hit a little closer to home and potentially help us all prevent things like this from happening to other people we know, right? So I'm clearly telling her, like, no, this is in no way me blaming you, right? So I'm giving you guys context for this right now because later on, she starts telling me in the DMs where I feel like she's trying to bait fucking shit out of me, like bait a drama situation so she can revamp her social media. You'll notice if you follow her long enough that every time her page starts to kind of die down a little bit, she's pulling a 6ix9ine, straight clown moves. She starts drama with somebody or responds to some drama tweet to get all of her supporters and all the Joy-Con boys who think they're supporting Etika, but by supporting her, to jump on somebody and attack them if they say anything that she doesn't agree with or doesn't like. And in some cases, and I would say some, they're right to defend her and she's right to be defensive in some cases. But when she's manipulating and twisting things, that's where things get really like out of fucking context and you start to see the type of person that's behind this social media account and the person that Desmond's ex-girlfriend. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying, like, bruh, she's manipulated the whole situation. So I'm telling her weed as a whole, not just vapes, blah blah blah, consider it's constant water drinking, and just y'all could read all this shit yourself. I want to get into the shit that happened today. I gave y'all context for the entire thing with where she was trying to say at first that I was blaming her for fucking the tweets are deleted now because she's deleting everything off her Twitter. She's trying to hide shit. But long story short, she posted some shit probably like a month or two back and said that I blamed her for Desmond's death and screenshotted the messages where I was talking about the weed and then says that I'm fucking like blaming her somehow, even though I clearly stated in the message multiple times that I'm not blaming her or anyone else, right? And that I'm just saying that the weed had a part in it and it played a part in it, and it's not solely just weed, it's it playing a part along with the psychosis, along with the schizophrenia, along with the social media bullying, and along with the isolation, which all led to that. It's not like there's nothing to crack, there's no code to crack, it's pretty clear, right? So long story short, 5 a.m. one day I wake up, 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. and she just randomly circles some stuff that I had said to her previously, and then she said, I don't see why you ever thought I would take you seriously after this message. Fuck you. And this is 5 a.m. I just wake up at 5 a.m. and see this, and I'm like, what the fuck? So after she says that to me, I responded and she was like telling me to take down my videos of the memorial, which I did out of my own fucking kindness of my heart to show my respect to Etika and to show my like support to Etika and give my grieving and my farewells and all that to Etika and to be with the Joy-Con boys. I went out of my way to New York to go to the memorial, and I helped film it and helped co-host it and linked up with all the Joy-Con boys, and somehow she thinks she has rights to my footage that I recorded myself and is trying to tell me to take that shit down. So I said, fuck that, I ain't taking nothing down. What? Matter of fact, I was like, keep fucking around me, I'm gonna expose your ass for neglecting Desmond and allowing a drug-induced mentally ill person to smoke weed. I warned your ass a whole month before he died. So then she's like, I said, just fuck off peacefully. I seriously do not want to have to expose you for being partially responsible. Your failure to acknowledge the truth has led to a whole human being dying, and I tried to spare your emotions by not saying that to you or publicizing it, but now how I felt throughout this entire thing since the very beginning. She said, disgusting, insensitive. Yeah, whatever. You already said fuck you to me and all that, so I'm just saying my part back. So I blocked her at that point. Long story short, she puts a tweet out. Mad people are coming at me. Mad people are attacking me, going crazy on my Twitter. Blah, blah, blah. You're a fucked up human. Da, da, da. The tweet she put out was a snippet of our conversation where she took it and tried to twist it around to then try to make it seem like I'm just this horrible person that's blaming her for fully blaming her alone for Etika's passing, which is absolutely bullshit. And then she posted some other shit and was saying stuff like, just a bunch of shit that I believe is now deleted because, like I told you, she's trying to do damage control. But this gets me to the point. After I went to the memorial, I spoke on the phone with her. We talked on the phone for probably like 3 or 4 hours. We were about to do a little mini podcast where we were just going to be talking about mental health, talking about things, anything. It just didn't really matter. Whatever we wanted to discuss for the topic, we were going to do a podcast. I gave her ahead of time. I was like, hey, would you mind if I recorded this and maybe we do a podcast? She's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. 5 minutes into the podcast, she starts talking about how she feels guilty because she fucked his friend from high school that he went to school with after he died. And then she starts talking about how she can't wait because she's talking to another YouTuber and she's about to fly out to Cali for Anime Con in like a week, and she's thinking about moving in with this YouTuber and not coming back. Then later on, she posts about how she's on Twitter, after we get off the phone, she posts on Twitter about how she can't wait to finally get some dick and she's in heat and she needs dick and all that. And then she's like, I hope I get some dick at Anime Con and all that. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Then afterwards, she says how she got dicked at Anime Con. I'm just like, yo, you actually putting this shit online? What in the fuck is this shit? Like, what the hell? So this just blows my mind that this is the type of person trying to expose me. The one that fucked people 2 days after her boyfriend passed away. Fucked his, not only people, but just fucked his actual classmate from school, and then on top of that also flew out to California and fucked a whole nother nigga out there that's a YouTuber as well the week after this nigga died. That is, to me, is disgusting. And you keep talking shit on my name. She told me that I have some sort of mania or something because I'm talking on the phone with her. I'm crying, I'm upset, I'm just in disbelief because ETIKA had just died. This is literally like 5-6 days after he died. I'm talking to her on the phone. I'm just sharing my thoughts. And because I'm talking and I'm like so passionate about what I'm saying, she starts telling me, you sounded like you have mania. And if you don't know, mania is something that's associated with bipolar, where it's like people are just extremely like fucking energetic and then they're down and then they're crazy energetic and then down. And it's a crazy symptom that's associated with bipolar that is really difficult for people that go through it. And I don't personally suffer from any mental ailments, so it was very disrespectful for her to say that to me. And then today I'm minding my business. This is 2 months later after I already blocked her. The whole situation had already died down. I'd already like told her leave me alone, all that shit. Like I never wanted to bring any of this to the light. I had even texted her before and said, hey, like, you know, I don't want us to have to go online back and forth at each other, beefing and arguing and shit. But long story short, she didn't listen. She didn't care. We had a whole 2-hour phone call where I apologized to her. I said, if I upset you, I apologize. But in the phone call, she's still aiming for drama online the whole time and going like crazy ballistic, just wilding out on the phone call. And yeah, I lost my temper a couple times, but I got the whole phone call recorded. And I actually think I'm going to go ahead and pull it up because the only thing that makes her shut the fuck up is reminding her that you're trying to call me a shitty person, but you literally fucked ETIKA's friend from high school days after he died. And then you also fucked another YouTuber a week after this nigga died. You flew out to get some dick at Anime Con. That is fucked up. And whenever I say that, she just shuts her motherfucking mouth and then she's like, don't want smoke no more. 2 months pass later, she forgets, I guess, and then boom. Here we go again with this bullshit. She's telling me that she pretty much thinks that I want to suck Etika's dick or some shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Where does this come from? Someone else that we're going to talk to later on the phone actually was arguing with her about something, about the post, about how she tried to lie and she manipulated the whole situation to try to make it look like I was attacking her, when in actuality I was trying to get her to bring awareness to something. They called her out on that, and then suddenly she starts talking shit about me. And I'm like, I don't have nothing to do with anything, you know? I'm getting tagged randomly and stuff, and I don't got shit to do with nothing. So I'm like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm not dealing with this shit no more. I don't got time for this trash ass social media drama. Like, I'm from the fucking streets. I literally don't have time to be arguing with niggas or bitches online. If people got problems with me, pull up in person. And I'm not talking about her. I'm saying, like, that's the type of person I am. If I got issues with somebody, I pull up on them in person and talk to them and handle it like that. I'm not the type of person that fucking sits behind a screen and types on my fingers and goes crazy and shit. And it's like ridiculous to me that I gotta go through all this. So here we are now. I'm moving into the first person that actually was with me during the time that we had these calls. where Christine started confessing on the phone about how she like felt guilty because she fucked one of Etika's friends from high school that was really close to Etika, and how she was talking about how she felt kind of bad because this dude that she's going to fly out to go meet, she's really nervous about meeting him, and he's intimidated and scared of the Joy-Con boys. Rightfully so, he should be, because we don't play that shit. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, I got somebody on the phone right now. It's Mikado. It's my girlfriend. She was here with me when we had the phone call with Christine, and she was actually filming the audio for the podcast that we were supposed to be doing, but it got canceled 5 minutes into it because she started talking about fucking niggas and like all this other crazy shit. So Mikado, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm about to switch my earphones to my phone.
Okay, cool. I'm going to cut the volume up on the stream so they can hear you better. Say something. Guys, can you hear Mikado? Let me know in the chat. Can y'all hear Mikado? What's good, M14? Y'all can't hear? Hold on, I think she's fixing her headphones. She fixing her headphones. Hold up.
I took the headphones out. Is this better?
Yeah, you sound clear. Can you guys hear Mikado now?
Is this better now?
Yeah, that's much better.
It is? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So I want you to just give us your side of the experience from a non-biased perspective. I know I'm your boyfriend and everything, and I know you had respect for Etika just like I did, and we both had respect for Christine, but I want a non-biased opinion from you, or not even opinion. State the facts. When Christine was on the phone with us and we were filming a podcast, what did you hear that you whispered to me and said, "Wow, awkward"? I want you to go ahead and fill them in, and you can give your thoughts on everything as well. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I've been talking a lot.
Yeah,
much.
no. When we first met her and everything, and then like we did the over the phone podcast. Everything. Wait, are you talking about like the first time or the second time where shit got crazy?
Nah, the first time when we talked on the phone, I'm just asking you, did you or did you not hear her talking anything about other niggas? And what did you hear from your own words?
Yeah, no. So what was weird was because all of us were still grieving and mourning and talking about Desmond and stuff. And then towards the end of the conversation, she like asked us about advice and like what to do when meeting or talking to another guy and like just boy issues and stuff.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
That was just really strange to me. I mean, like awkward timing much. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I mean, I just chalked it up to like being a girl, like, okay, whatever. You're a person, you're a girl. I mean,
That's kinda what I
y'all
did.
haven't been together in a while. I understand that. But still, it's still a very awkward time to bring something like that up. Yeah. So that was weird about that first phone call.
Do you recall when she talked about how she felt guilty because she fucked his friend, a close friend to him from high school?
Yeah.
You recall that?
Yeah, I do remember.
And she didn't
that.
even. She said she felt guilty about it, but I was like, she was like, but I'm single, so it doesn't really matter. And then there was another time in the conversation where it got really awkward as well when she started talking about how she's going to Cali to go see this guy and then she's going to move in with them. Do you remember her talking about moving in with somebody?
Yeah, well, she was thinking about like buying like a one-way ticket or something.
That's exactly
and
what she
thinking
said.
about seeing him or being with him or something like that.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, that's what happened the first phone call after the serious talk about Desmond and all.
Yeah, like what the fuck? So like you really are talking about buying a one-way ticket literally the day after we held the memorial for Etika. We just had this nigga's memorial and you're talking about a one-way fucking ticket to go live with another nigga? What the fuck? What part of that screams?
Or at least just like there. just be
Right.
there. I don't think she said like move in with
No,
him,
she said she
but
was
she
gonna
was just
stay
like,
with him. What's a one-way ticket? A one-way ticket means you ain't coming back. And she talked about her apartment at home and how she didn't have to be there in Coney Island at the apartment because it's handled or whatever. And that she wasn't planning on
yeah,
coming back for a while. She'd keep her apartment as a backup in case things went wrong, remember? And that she
uh-huh,
didn't think the guy was like into her or whatever. That shit is
yeah,
crazy to me. All right, so fast forward. We fast forward a little bit after that whole situation with her talking about fucking the dude and the dudes and all that shit, and then on Twitter and all that. We didn't even talk about or touch the fucking her shaking her ass trying to get the premium Snapchat situation, trying to get all the Joy-Con boys to go fucking look at her premium Snapchat. We ain't even touch that, and we don't really have to, besides me sharing the fact that I think that that's fucking disgusting that you're acting like you care about somebody that was famous so that way you can use their fan base to try to sell them your disgusting flabby ass cheeks. Like, what? Nobody wants to fucking see that shit, bro. Especially you're doing that actively while there's like a whole grieving process going on online. What the
yeah,
flying fuck? What?
yeah, yeah.
That is crazy. I cannot fucking believe it. That's all I gotta say about the ass shaking premium Snapchat service.
Bruh. She literally reminds me of like that medicine advertisement where they're just advertising all the shit that can go wrong or like the worst shit, and the people in the background are like dancing and like smiling
Yeah.
and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What the fuck, bro? Like literally the world's ending around you and you're just thinking about ways to like what nail color
Here's
you
my
should paint.
pussy.
Here's my pussy. Here's my ass cheeks. You're twerking and shit. That shit's crazy. And that's something that happened at the memorial as well, like the whole twerking situation. But nobody really said anything about that because we were all trying to be in good spirits, and it honestly made a bunch of people laugh and happy and stuff. But this is something just to point out a couple things like in her character, so you guys can see the type of person she really is. Now, fast forwarding a little bit past all the that first phone call, the second, not the second, I've had probably like 8 or 9 phone calls with her. So I'm gonna say the most recent phone call. You remember the whole situation. I think I'm gonna pull up some of that footage from the phone call as well, so you guys can have a little bit of context. But be warned, it's very long. It's an hour long. So I really don't want to pull the whole thing and make y'all have to listen to a whole hour. But I will pull up some of the crazy parts so you can hear what type of fucking person I was dealing with and how I had to try to stay calm and stuff. What do you have to say about that whole phone call, Mikado? The second phone call where she was going batshit crazy.
Honestly, I was just really baffled. I was baffled to know, and like I just couldn't believe that that was the type of person that we were speaking to or
Yeah.
trying to speak to. I mean, and it all sprung from her releasing our personal information that should have been like private. Like
Yeah.
y'all had a conversation that was
Yes.
between you two, and then she took it to the
I've
internet, which was
requested.
extremely
This is
immature in my eyes.
I wanna I
I'm
wanna
like, you
I wanna
don't do
point
that.
something out real quick. I've personally requested to her, let's not make this go public and have drama around Etika's name. I said we don't
Yes,
need
in
any drama.
respect for his name.
Exactly. We don't need any drama around his name. If you want to say fuck you to me and just leave it at that, I'm cool with that. And I think that that's the better way to go about it and more mature. And I even told her that
Yeah.
we need to act like adults. And she took that as like a super offensive. Like I was like, we're
Yeah,
adults.
no, she took everything very like seriously. She was like, "Oh, so you're saying I'm not an adult, I'm a child, blah 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 blah," and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It was just like crazy. I'm like, you did not want it to end. It could have ended in the DMs
See,
where one, you
that's
were
touching the
just
point.
trying,
That's touching the point that I
huh?
was saying where I was like every time her social media starts to die down, she starts a whole new like campaign of drama and shit so she can try to make it seem like people are hating on her or people are attacking her. So then now all the Joy-Con boys have to run to her rescue to help her out, and then that revamps and she gets mad retweets and stuff, and now new people and exposure come and see her. And that to me is fucking crazy. I see, hold on. It ain't much, but love, brother. But much love, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the $3. And it is
No,
much
thanks for
love,
the
man.
donut.
Yeah, thank you for the donut.
But
It
yeah,
is
no,
love, bro.
I just thought that was very childish how she didn't want to let it end in the DMs and then took it to the internet, and then since she started shit, she wanted to be mad at the backlash that came from it when people actually began to see like the facts and like that you weren't really trying to be an asshole or anything like that. Like just like that's exactly what happened today. Like you kept that public. You kept it up. You didn't
Not me,
delete it.
not me.
You
She
wanted
did. She kept it
Yeah, yeah,
public.
yeah.
She posted.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
She
about.
posted trash
Yeah, like
talking about me, saying that I tried to call her Etika's killer, and then she left it public. I think that it's important that we paint the context here so people can hear that. I don't want them to think that you're saying I left it public. She
yeah, yeah,
left
yeah.
the
No, I'm
drama
talking
up
about
there.
her.
Right.
She left the drama up on her page, and then of course the public is going to read it or go through it, like especially when you have like some numbers to your page or whatever.
Right.
You're a YouTuber, people look at your shit. How are you going to be mad at the public responding to what you left up and then not even properly respond to the comment? She started to like literally talk shit about you.
Yeah, I know.
And then like what? And you
Started
hadn't even
bashing
said
me.
nothing to her like this
I
whole entire time.
I
Like you
never
just
had
left.
I never had said anything disrespectful in her name to begin with. All right, so look, I want to real quickly show you guys like what exactly was fucking said, dog. Like, cause it's like, to me, it's important that we have context here.
I feel like the whole time she was being a child. Like
She really
I
was,
can't
yo.
understand that.
Oh wow, my tweet got
It was
deleted.
it was like the craziest thing trying to talk to her. It was impossible to talk to her. Like, oh my
Alright.
God.
I think my tweet got deleted, but it's okay. I have fucking screenshots of the entire thing, and I'll go ahead and pull those up on the screen for you guys to look at real quick. Give me a second. I'm going to pull it up in a separate browser. But continuing on the situation, long story short, she ended up talking shit to me and saying like I want to suck Etika's dick or something like that, and like just talking on my name, calling me a dumbass guy and all that, and I'm apparently like dumbass, and I'm an
Oh yeah.
obsessed fan.
And never once did either of us ever like disrespected her or said anything negative to her. Like at all. We were just trying to help her like spread the awareness and like information. That was the type of shit that we were on.
Right.
And it was just fucked up how like she was so quick to just like literally stomp our shit out and just, you know, and
Yeah.
towards people that she said that she cared about and all
Right.
this, and then, you know, it was just crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I find that like very comical. You claim to care about people and you care about the fans, you care about the Joy-Con boys and all that, but you're quick to tell one of the fans, like, and not even just one. She said this to probably like 5 or 6 other people that I've seen on Twitter, that they're not Joy-Con boys and that Etika gave no fucks about them. And she even posted that publicly and said that about me. And I'm like, I'm a person that actually donated money to your fucking boyfriend so your fucking ass could survive, so y'all could pay the bills, so y'all could live. I donated money to help you fuckers out. Are you gonna say that you can say he don't care about the people that sent him money in true support and help push him out there? That's absolutely ridiculous to me. That is OD. Like, that's the most disrespectful thing that you could say to somebody, honestly. Is that you can speak on the behalf of someone else and say they don't give a fuck about their fans. And you know, I will take everything that she said with a grain of salt. I'm not going to take that seriously because I know for sure he cared about his fans. I'm not going to say he individually cared about each and every one of us, but he cared about us as a whole, as a unit, as the Joy-Con boys. And for her to say that he don't care about select few of us is absolute bullshit, because you can't pick and choose. You're just trying to throw that around just to try to harm people because you feel fucked up, because you feel embarrassed that your whole situation has been exposed, but you chose to expose it, right? You know, that's really crazy. So here we got
We could have kept this whole thing private, like.
yeah, I tried to keep it private. So here's a screenshot. It's somebody that's been following me for a while now, named the Magic Network. We're gonna interview him after this. He's actually waiting on Discord right now for us to jump on the call. We're gonna talk to him and hear his thoughts too. But he said, "Too bad you couldn't have taken Ninja's word and tried to help. So sad." And then people started attacking him or whatever. But this was after he had already said some stuff to her. So she said, "So you actually believe that dumbass and think I could have put a grown-ass man into a cage? You don't think his mom tried and failed? Seriously, fuck off. Keep dreaming about sucking his dick along with that loser. Maybe it'll help you shut the fuck up." So this is what's being said about me, somebody who just only tried to spread mental health awareness, to a supposed mental health advocate who also dated a YouTuber that was famous, who in part is who in part is as successful as he is because people like me that donated money to him and helped support his channel. So that's what she had to say about me. So this is my response to it, and I want to just make sure that this is out there because I own everything that I fucking said. I stand completely by it, and like honestly, I tried my hardest to keep the peace, but it's no more keeping the peace. Like fuck that bitch straight up. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all niggas. Fuck that bitch and anything to do with her and anybody around her. I don't give a fuck. If niggas want to smoke, any nigga around her can pull up on me. I will beat the living shit out of that. I'm not even gonna talk about what I would do to these niggas. But long story short, I said, yo, I deadass never said anything disrespectful about you. And here you are projecting your sexuality onto me just as you projected your own self-mental diagnosis onto me months ago. All because I was upset that Etika died and panicked crying on the phone with you. SMH. And I put the screenshot of what happened. I said, but you know, enough is enough. You trying to call me gay just crossed the line. I tried to keep the peace and not expose you, but I guess I'll just have to release the phone call recordings of you confessing to me about you fucking Etika's high school classmates days after he died. And I said, not to mention the fact that you flew out to AnimeCon in Cali and fucked another YouTuber less than 1 fucking month after Etika died. To keep it real, since you confessed that to me, that's the minute I lost all my respect for you. You damn sure ain't no motherfucking Joy-Con boy. Because she always be trying to tell everybody who's a Joy-Con boy and who isn't and all that. Like, who the fuck made you the Joy-Con boy ambassador? Last I checked, you're a bitch that got broken up with by Etika because he didn't want your ass no more. So how do you suddenly have a say-so over who's a fucking Joy-Con boy and who isn't? How are you gonna say who supported and who didn't support? That's all I gotta say about it. Now, I said you're literally snaking all the Joy-Con boys pretending you cared so much for Etika. You out here trying to scam them into buying your premium Snapchat and donate to see your nipples and flabby ass cheeks. You filmed a mentally ill man and published it on the internet. What the fuck? Now let's touch bases on that. While Desmond or Etika was in the mental hospital, she was having beef with Fiona and a couple other bitches online that actually are close to Desmond or close to Etika, and they're YouTubers and they do their thing and they got it going on and whatnot as well. So she was having beef with them and disputes back and forth on who can see Etika, who can talk about him, blah, 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 blah. And long story short, she got on the phone with Etika, filming the phone call with the purpose of trying to expose the situation that Etika was having mental health issues, and in turn to try to show that Etika cared about her. How does you exposing that someone is going through some mental health issues and they're talking to you on the phone saying that you're the one that they care about and you've been there for them and they trust you? If they trust you, why do you feel comfortable to expose that online? She filmed a whole video and posted the whole entire thing up on her page, on her YouTube channel. It's now unlisted. I got the link to it, but I already downloaded the whole video. Even if she deletes it, I can put it out for y'all niggas to look at. So that's what the context is on that. I pointed that out to her and said, what the fuck? Like, how is that okay? Somebody's mentally ill, regardless if they tell you it's okay or not, it doesn't matter. They're mentally ill. They're not in the same state of mind. A mentally ill person might say it's okay to drink lava and they don't know that it's not okay. What does that mean? Let them do it or go scoop up some lava and hand it to him? Because that's pretty much what she did. She pretty much went, scooped it up and handed it to him. Instead of letting Etika just film himself and put himself on the internet while he was in the episode, she went and took the liberty and did it herself because he told her to, apparently. But anyways, I said, how could that ever be a good idea even if he asked you to? He was mentally ill. Why would you expose a famous person for having a mental breakdown just because he said he didn't care? I ain't even want to speak on none of this shit, but you know, you don't know how to keep my name out your mouth. So it's like, you ain't giving me no choices here. You're making me have to talk about it when I just tried to leave it alone. I tried to keep the peace for the longest. You know how it feels to try to keep this information inside your head, knowing that somebody you really looked up to and you fucked with fucking died over some shit that you feel like you could have had a say so in or could have potentially tried to make a change. If everybody just sat down and gave up on everything in life that they felt that they could not have any effect on, the world would be fucked. None of the problems that have been solved by humanity would have been solved because people would have just gave up and said, you know what? No one can do anything to help that situation. If that's the same mindset she's saying that she had towards the situation with him is that he's a grown man, is whatever, you do what he wants, da 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 da. That's like saying that it's no point in having a mental health awareness, and there's no point in having mental health associations and groups that try to actually help people out. Because then why don't you just leave those people alone to do what they want, right? That's a fucking flawed ass logic, and it doesn't even make sense. So that's the reason that I say what I say when I'm saying, like, why would that be a good idea? Why would you listen to a mentally ill person regardless of what they say? It doesn't matter. You're the responsible one here. They're not responsible for their actions. So you claim you care so much about a man who you said out of your own mouth that you ain't want to take care of when he was mentally ill. Now y'all probably like, when the fuck did she say that? I got screenshots. Actually, I'm gonna pull those screenshots up after this. I'm gonna finish reading these tweets. I said, you said you ain't want to take care of when he was mentally ill. I said, whom you also fucked a friend of his days after his death, whom you exploited and continue to exploit his fans. The same fans you tell that ETIKA didn't give a fuck about them anytime they say something you don't like, when they made him able to take care of you, and currently you're traveling around spending money that they sent you. I said, you have serious issues yourself, and that's why I know I would be wrong as hell if I sent some bitches up to Coney Island to check your ass. So all a nigga asked for is your crazy ass to leave me the fuck alone. Keep it up. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, keep it up. Go ahead. Keep wasting your fucking breath and your time. You're just making yourself look stupid at this point. And it's like, to me, it's like she started wilding after I put this tweet up. She started texting me. Of course, I ain't gonna respond. I want to be left alone. Why the fuck am I gonna talk to you now? I said what I gotta say. I left it at that. She fucking texted me. I'm gonna cover up her fucking number just so I can, like, you know, not dox anybody, because I don't believe in sharing personal information. Unlike some people, you know, I don't do that doxing shit, and I don't normally do leaking DMs, but here in this situation, I don't really have a choice, right? So here it is. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the screenshots of the motherfucking text messages that she's sending to me. And hopefully you can see this shit. So first, I told her it would be wrong if I sent people to fuck her up. And I'm saying, like, oh, that's the only reason I'm not doing it is because you already so fucked in the mind. So everything else got all these problems going on with you that I would be fucked up as a human to send people to fuck you up. And yes, I got people that will fuck her up. I got people that want to fuck her up right now. But I'm a kind enough person. I have a conscience to the point where I'm not going to be able to live with myself knowing that I just sent people to fuck up somebody that just ain't even worth it. That's just the best way I'm going to put it. So here is the context. Hopefully y'all can see that shit. I probably can't see it. Hold on. I don't know if it's focusing or if y'all can see that. Kato, can you let me know if the stream can see these messages? Here, I don't think it's focusing. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to read this shit out loud. And I think that that's probably the best I can do. If you need to pause the screen and take a screenshot and, like, clear it up yourself or do some magic, do your thing. So she texts me, says, go right ahead and send people to fuck me up. Fuck me up, please, since you threaten my life. Then she sends me a screenshot of my tweet as if I don't know what the fuck I said. I stand by what I said completely. I know what the fuck I said. What is the screenshot showing me? Oh, I screenshotted it. Now if you fuck me up or you have somebody fuck me up, I have proof that you did it. Bitch, I don't care. I fucking posted it publicly. You don't understand. I'm a nigga from the streets. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care. I've been to jail. I don't give a flying I really don't. And the point I'm making is that shit don't scare me, and it's not like I'm actually looking to hurt her. When did I ever say I'm going to fuck her up? And when did I ever threaten her life? Because she said, fuck me up, please, since you threatened my life. I never threatened anybody's life. I said I would be wrong if I did that. And I said, sent them to Coney Island to check you.
You don't understand. Leave me alone.
Yes. And I said, leave me the fuck alone. That's all I said. All a nigga asks is for your crazy ass to leave me the fuck alone. How hard is that? What do you mean? How am I threatening your life by saying leave me alone? Unless I'm your life and you interacting with me is your life's purpose, then how am I threatening your life? I'm asking to be left the fuck alone. That's all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she said, anything happens to me, it's all your fault. And then she said, Desmond is not your twin flame. You know what's funny? I had a psychic tell me Etika was my twin flame, and Christine herself actually said it. I have it on audio recording. How ironic would it be if I play the recording right now of her saying, "You're definitely his twin flame"? Did you hear her say that, Mikado?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What type of contradictive ass bitch, bro? That shit is crazy to me.
She's just fake. I feel like she's fake. She's being
fake
so
as
fake.
fuck, bro. What she's doing is trying to exploit. That's it. She's trying to exploit the fans, manipulate motherfuckers out here like we're stupid, playing with us and shit, bro. This is crazy, bro. Like,
I don't know. What I learned was that she likes to twist shit around, puts words in people's mouths, and then play
all the
victim
time.
card. I swear to God, that's like literally what I see or what I
All the
find out
time,
about
dog.
her from all of this.
Bro, all the time, dog. Like, and in actuality, it's like she'll say stuff you never said. Like, like, I'm gonna play a snippet from the phone call right now. I feel like that's probably a good thing that I could
She'll
do.
just make up like false implications.
Should I play it? I mean, should I? I could play that.
Huh?
Should I play the phone call right now and let these niggas hear this shit?
I mean,
I don't gotta play the part where she said I'm his twin flame. That's in the documentary. Why do I don't have to play it? Y'all can go see that right now. It's on my channel. What reason do I have to fucking lie? You know what I'm saying? Why would it be so significant for her to say you're not his twin flame if she didn't originally say that? She thinks that by her saying that anything that it means something to me. She thinks that by her saying anything at all that I will actually like be affected or actually believe it. Like, what do you mean? I don't believe shit you say. She's a manipulator, bro. She's sociopathic, like she has sociopathic tendencies and whatnot. It's crazy. I want to play the phone call though. What you say?
I said I hope, and I feel like this shit should just all end.
That's
like
all
she
I
needs
wanted.
to just shut up and never speak about you again.
That's all I wanted was to be left the fuck alone, and it's actually crazy that that's so much to ask. I'm looking for the phone call video right now. I have it whole thing recorded. Let's see.
I mean, what's the point of that? Just to show her crazy?
Yeah, to show them what type of bitch we were really dealing with. Here we go. Here we go. I hope y'all can hear this. It's no point in me playing the video because it's just a video of me and Mikado sitting there looking puzzled, like we both were looking at each other like, what the fuck? So here's the video. I'm gonna play a bit of it.
To help her. She absolutely refused any kind of help from you. She ostracized you. She made you feel like you were absolutely.
I get why you feel. I get why you feel like that.
Enough was enough, and I guess maybe the bills stacked up, and maybe Desmond was able to play the system enough to convince everyone that he was okay, and maybe he gave her enough reassurances that he was fine, and he blocked every single person in his life who couldn't even believe any words that he was saying.
This is us talking after she cussed me out, by the way.
No way to have saved his life, and I know that hurts you because you feel like you could have done something. No one could have done anything.
I understand.
I
agree. I agree with you. Stop yelling. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree.
My heart is broken.
I get why you feel like that. I get why you feel like that, but I do believe that we could have done something. This is fake crying, by the way.
Oh yeah, she would fake cry and then like go back to like just talking normal.
She would fake cry, then talk normal, and then cuss me out like crazy, and then fake cry again, and then go back to normal. So get used to hearing that because you're gonna hear a lot of that throughout the whole thing. I mean, it's an hour and 25 minutes long. I'm not playing the whole thing. I mean, if you guys really request it, I'll drop it as an unlisted video and put it under this one in the description or something. But I'm gonna keep playing it.
Apologize because they would not believe me when I kept saying that there was a problem.
Christine, can you all I said to you before?
How dare you?
That's all you can say. That's all you can say. You asked to speak to me. Or did you call to talk to yourself, or are you talking to me? That's all I want to know.
Are you serious?
Did you call to talk to yourself, or are you talking to me?
Wow.
I'm asking you because can I respond or can I speak? I just sat and I listened to a full.
See, now she sounds
listened to
normal.
a full monologue from you just now, and I'm just asking. I'm asking to. I'm just asking to respond. That's it. That's all. I'm just asking. Can I have the floor for like 30 seconds?
First off,
Can I have the floor for 30 seconds?
I just really need you to not say anything condescending to me. Okay?
I'm not.
Do not call what I'm saying to a monologue, because that's insulting to me.
Okay. I apologize if you feel that's insulting, but that's exactly what it was. It was a monologue. A monologue is when one person speaks their mind. Is that not a monologue, chat? Is a monologue not when one person has the floor and they speak their mind? I took 4 years of drama class. When you hold the floor for a significant period of time and you speak, it's called a monologue. It's always a monologue, even when it's not involving acting. It's a monologue regardless. When even me rambling sometimes is technically a monologue. That's what it is. You're talking for a period of time and no one else is speaking, or there's no interjections or any type of other activity going on. It's a monologue. The spotlight is on you. Is that not a monologue? I don't know. What do you think, chat? What do you guys think? I want to know. I'm going to continue playing it. I'm going to let y'all's answers roll in. Is that not? So let's skip ahead a bit when it gets a little bit crazy. I'm not saying he did crack. I swear to God. I'm using that as a metaphor.
You sound white.
I'm using that as a she's right here.
Why do you
care where my girlfriend is? You and I are talking.
She's really good at calming you down. And I don't know if she stepped out somewhere.
I'm right here, Christine. I don't need
to calm down.
You do.
No, I don't. Dude, I sound like I need to calm down.
Your position.
So do you?
So
what? So you want to have? So let me ask you before we continue. Do you want to have a calm conversation? You have no power. Is that what you're telling me? Before both of us continue. I'm asking you. After I said to you, when I said.
A calm conversation.
Okay.
But I need you to also.
All right, you hear that?
Understand.
She says she would love a calm conversation. Now let's skip a bit ahead.
I mean, that's someone's life.
That's how I feel as well. I feel like it doesn't matter what position the person is. I would do that for anybody. She tried to bring up, and she was like, she tried to justify her not wanting to be there for ETIKA and help him out because he was her ex. I'm gonna rewind that because I feel like that's important. And I'm gonna put the video on so y'all can see this too, because I looked at Mikado and we both had this look on our face like, yo, what the fuck? Y'all have to see this, bro. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna pull the full video up right now so y'all can see this shit, bro. She tried to justify her not being there and helping ETIKA out because he's an ex-boyfriend, and she said, "Would you do that if you had would your girlfriend allow you, or would you even be okay to do that if somebody was your ex and they were going through it?" And then you hear me say, "That's a whole life." And then my girl chimes in. I'm gonna pull the video up so y'all can see this shit, bro. Like, I feel like it's important for me to show that. Let's see. It's gonna take me a second to get this shit, to get the screen pulled up on here, but here we go. Hold up. Window capture. Yo, bruh, you missed a lot, Fivecraft, but welcome to the stream, bruh. Long story short, it's a dumbass bitch on Twitter talking shit, using people, manipulating people, lying, and all types of other bullshit that you really are just going to be disgusted if you hear. You probably want to tune out if you don't want the drama and stress, or you don't feel like hearing about this shit, because it is really fucking, it's deep and it's fucked up. But here, let me see. Kato, you still there?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. Y'all are going to see the whole screen right now. Here's the phone call. We're going to skip back a couple seconds. Ultimately, the same thing as what was happening with Mikado.
Oh, that's kind of close to my face.
He had prescriptions saying that he's supposed to be going to a therapist, that he's supposed to be going to a psychiatrist to get analyzed and all that.
Wait, better yet, I'm gonna take this and sorry for the weird like echo effect on the video. Give me a second. I'm gonna make this a bit smaller so you can still see the live me, the real me. All right, there we go.
I think even they were able to keep him a slight diagnosis of what was going on in his brain at the time.
Christine,
And
that's the same thing. That's the same. That's the same thing.
Let me talk.
I understand. I understand. The sibling went through the same thing. I'm just adding to what you say. I'm just adding to what you're saying. You're being so literally like unable to work with. Like I can't have a conversation with you if I can't even just add something to what you're saying real quick. All I said was that ultimately the same thing is what was happening with Mikado's sibling. That's all I was adding to it. You act like that was so hard to just let somebody. It's so hard to let somebody throw that in there. I'm because you said you need me to understand. You said you need me to understand. I'm letting you know I understand because Mikado's sibling went through the same exact thing. He literally denied all help. He didn't want help.
You did that out of the kindness of your heart.
I did the same for you.
You did that because that was family.
I did that for you and Desmond too, not because he's family. Because I don't want to see no human. I don't want to see.
Brother-in-law. I didn't mean Desmond. I meant the brother-in-law. The actions that you did to make sure that he was okay is because that was family. Because you had an obligation to do that.
That's not why.
Nobody expected me to do anything. Nobody wanted me to do anything. People were actively stopping me from doing anything, including Desmond. How could I have done anything for him to help him out? Explain those situations for me. If I knocked on his door,
I feel like,
he would ignore me.
Because listen,
him, he would block my number.
All right, do you want me to answer that question, or was it just a hypothetical type of question?
Okay, all right, let's see, please.
Okay,
please.
These
Watch
are the
when I
things
answer.
that I did when Mikado's brother was going through similar situations.
Brother,
yes.
Your girlfriend's brother.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Would you do that to your ex-girlfriend?
Do what?
Would your girlfriend allow you to do that for your ex-girlfriend? If you had one that was suicidal.
Oh, do the same thing?
Those mental problems.
I don't know. Would you let me do that for my ex-girlfriend if she was suicidal, Mikado?
I mean, that's someone's life.
That's how I feel as well. I feel like it doesn't matter what position the person is. I would do that for anybody.
I do not believe that you are accusing me of murder.
I did not accuse you.
When did I say that? Hold the fuck up. When the fuck did I say when did I say she murdered him? What? When the fuck did I say that? Please tell me right now. I know you niggas. That never came out my mouth. You see what I'm saying? Yo, Kato, you heard that shit? I cannot believe you were accusing me of murder. When the fuck did I ever say you murdered anybody? All right, so it gets crazier, bruh.
Christine, I think that Mr. Christine, I understand that. I understand. That's what I'm saying. I understand you're upset and you're in a heightened state of emotion. I am as well. But you have to realize that you're taking things that I'm saying out of context a bit. And to the point. Okay,
what?
You're saying I accused you of murder.
That was not out of context. That's what she said. Oh my fucking God, nigga, are you serious? How was that not out of context? You said that I accused you of murder when I never said that. And then I tell you, what are you talking about? And then she's like, no, that was not out of context at all. I think I just wiped ashes in my eyeball. This is what happens when you fucking waste time on stupid ass people and stupid ass situations, dog. Like, this is literally what happens.
I think that
hours pass, and then the next thing you know, like, you didn't had a conversation that leads around in circles. And the thing that's sad is that when this is a true thing, like, this is like actual facts. When you see two people arguing on the side of the street, you don't know which one of them is the fool. That's why I don't like to take part in drama and beef online and social media shit and all that. And I don't like doing that in my life either. I don't have time for it. But it's absolutely crazy. You see, like, you got an intellectual mind having a discussion with someone that has the brain, a pea-sized brain at that, of a fucking ant or preschooler or fucking child mentality. I'm gonna continue playing this shit.
I think that for me, to be honest with you, I'm not saying you murdered anybody or killed anybody. I believe
I'm gonna skip ahead where it gets crazy. I just want to show y'all.
Feel like that when you have to believe me when I tell you I genuinely know some information. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm telling you, if I'm vehemently, whatever the freak the word is, if I'm viciously coming and telling you something over and over and over and over and over again, you would think that it must be somewhat true, right?
Or you would look into it.
Does not I
What
say
do- what the f-
I'm not a sheep that believes anyone.
What do you
that
mean?
Says anything.
I'm not now, and I do agree with her when she says, "Well, I'm not a sheep that will believe anyone or agree with anything they say." Good way to be, yes. But if somebody is coming to you consistently, back to back, telling you something over and over and over, you think they would at least look into it, right? You think they would at least give it a second thought. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it might kind of be true. Let's look into it and see for ourselves what they're talking about. Maybe they have a point, right? You think that that's what would happen, but no, that's not what happens. And I do understand her being like, no, I'm not a sheep. You don't just take someone's word at face value, but when they come to you with like loads and loads of scientific evidence to back up what they're saying, and then you should at least consider it. You know what I mean? Consider it. That's on the low end. At least try to see what the fuck where they're coming from. Or if somebody says, "Yo, there's a fucking bear outside the door," you don't have to be a sheep to listen to them and be like, you know what? Maybe there is. Or you don't have to be a sheep to look out the window. If you look out the window and check, that doesn't make you a sheep. You checked, right? So it just don't make sense to me that what the fuck she's talking about. What are you laughing at, Kato?
Yo. I'm weak. He said Kato standing back like Ka stand.
Calling you a sheep.
They're passionate about it.
It's not about that. It's not about the passion. It's that you would think that you would at least take some time to look into what I'm saying if I care enough to keep pushing against what you're telling me. You see what I mean? That's exactly what I was trying to tell her. Like, you think you would at least look into it. But she's saying like, I'm not a sheep. Oh, da, 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 blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I can't say whether you're a sheep or not. I mean, it seems like you're a wolf in sheep's skin clothing and you're manipulating masses of people to try to get them into following you. But hey, that's on me. I mean, that's on you. You think you would at least look?
What are you expecting me to do? What are you expecting me to say to you?
What do you mean?
Oh, you're so smart. You're such a genius.
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked you, and that's not what I expected. If I expected publicity like you, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. I don't play none of that publicity shit. I talk to you in the privacy of our DMs. I talk to you. I don't care.
Wait, I meant in the DMs, not publicly. Okay?
I don't care.
It
doesn't matter.
I did not even. First of all, I never said that I didn't believe you. I never said that I didn't believe your research.
You did. You switched. It wasn't even my research. You're not a sheep though, right? You're not a sheep, right? You're very disrespectful, Christine. You're very disrespectful. You tell me I'm trying to that what I'm saying is obviously so outlandish that you have to be a sheep to believe scientific research. Scientific research. I never said that. I never ever said that. Yes, you did, dumbass bitch. She doesn't remember what the fuck she says 30 seconds later, dog. It's fucking crazy. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit more. It evolved. I don't want a whole hour of us got out of control and turned into this shit show that we have right here. Ultimately, in the end of the day,
to say those kinds of things and say like there could have been anything done. Everyone did the absolute most, especially his mother. I give her the utmost respect.
I didn't say she didn't do anything. I was specifically talking to you. Point proven. She keeps bringing up his mother, and everybody else. I never said anything about anybody at all. I would talk directly to Christine about Christine. And the reason is because I have a whole 7.5 hour footage that she sent me, recording of audio clips of her walking around New York with Desmond, pretty much enabling him the whole time to continue doing what he's doing until she got around people where she felt she was being embarrassed. Then she'd say, stop. But when it's just her and him talking in the audio recordings, she's just agreeing with him and just kind of just going along with whatever he says and just kind of just talking like babying him. And I'm just like, I understand like the type of person she is and whole like complete scenario situational basis. I understand that if it doesn't benefit her, she don't want no parts of it. What's up?
We even tried to like calm everything down, apologize, like for just, I don't know, the conversation itself and everything. And she was still having it. She was just like, no, I want to still have a shit phone call. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Like, I literally manned up and was like, you know what? This is probably like a minute or two before what I just played. I was like, I apologize if I upset you, Christine. I apologize if for the way that everything turned out, how the conversation turned into. It was never my intentions. My intention was to bring awareness, all that, blah, 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 blah. I said all of that, and she was like, but you're not apologizing for what you said. And I'm like, what did I say? What did I say that needed such a crazy apology? I tried to bring awareness to something and you turned it into the shit show. I literally apologized that it turned into a shit show. What else is there to apologize for, And that's what kept blowing my mind, is that she would bring that up as if that's something that we have to argue about and try to make an argument about that. When I was like, I already apologized. What is there? I'm like, all right, after I apologized like 5 or 6 times. And at the end, I apologized again. And I was like, all right, I apologize, Christine. Let's keep all this offline. I just ask that you please delete the tweets. If you don't, I'm going to have to expose you. I'm going to have to put the truth out there because I can't have you dragging my name through the mud and stuff. And she's like, I'm not deleting nothing. No, I'm not deleting anything. That's what she said.
That was like the whole point too. We wanted to wrap it up and then like keep it private and like, for respect on everything.
The respect for Desmond, not on everything. It was the respect that surrounds our name, because you carry yourself with respect if you're a man or woman of respect, and the respect that involves on a deceased individual's name. We didn't want any type of fucking like shit happening around his name when everybody's mourning. That's the last thing anybody wants to see. We saw his Twitter get hacked. We saw the whole shit with Keemstar. It was already such a crazy shit show to begin with. It was already wild and just like super stressful, that why are we adding more fuel to an already stressful situation? That's the whole purpose of the phone call. Was she wanted to talk to me initially, so then I'm like, I'm not texting you. If you want to talk to me, we can get on the phone, because I believed that she was somehow taking what I text her out of context, or the messages I sent her. And I'm a person that likes to speak to you directly, so you can hear what I'm saying. You can feel what people say more when you hear them talk. So I figured initially when we talked on the phone that, hey, if I just speak to her, then maybe because of this whole thing being so taken out of context or misunderstood, I didn't know she was manipulating it at first. I thought she was just like misunderstanding me. So I was giving it a chance, and I was like, maybe if I talk to her, calm her down, explain to her like, hey, like it was not what you think, that then now she'll just remove these tweets with my name, and I won't have to defend myself and put the truth out there. I won't have to expose her, none of that shit, and we just go about our lives and go separate ways. But that's not what she wanted, as you can clearly see from the phone call. It gets even crazier later on, though. This is like the first 25 minutes, pretty calm. It gets crazy. Look, Mikado's holding her face right here, pinching her nose like, oh my God. And I'm like arguing. That's wild. Like, watch. Listen to this shit. I'm going to skip back probably like a minute to see what's really going on, why Mikado's doing that. I have it on recording. You just said that. You said you cared so much about... Wait, let's get back. I just asked you to please delete the tweets, and we can just leave each other alone. See? That's all. All right. All right. All right. You got it. You got it. You see, and that's right after I apologize, by the way. You are a disgusting human being. What the fuck are you talking about, bitch? Like, seriously, what in the flying fuck are you talking about? I'm gonna go back.
What am I? Ever hurt my feelings in that way? Tell me. Why don't you ever harm my own mental health? Why don't you ever bring up all of these emotions in me? These emotions that I've already had. These regrets that I've already had.
Okay, listen. You have in your bio that you're a mental health advocate, and you say that publicly as well. Listen here, one second, please. Please, 1 second. Please, 1 second. That's all I'm asking. Christine. This is the fake crying right here, and then it turns into "you're disgusting." Fuck you. You know what? This is the best I can do right now. Okay, this is the best I can do right now. I just ask you to please. I can't believe I went through this, and we can just leave each other alone. That's all. All right. All right. All right. You got it. You got it. I'm going to expose you now.
We were trying.
I'm trying to help you out, not myself.
What are you trying to expose?
You're. This is what's happened, Christine. You
you literally twisted my entire words around to fit your own narrative in your tweet, and I don't have to twist it. I'm going to show everything from start to finish and let people come up to their own conclusion.
You mean you sounding like an
The point that I just said to her, she's like, "What are you going to expose?" I'm like, "The truth. I'm going to put the whole truth out there. I'm going to put everything out there so people can see everything, and then they can come up with their own conclusion. I don't got to tell you what to think. I don't got to tell y'all what to think. I could tell you what I think, and you can say you agree or not. That's on you. But I put everything out there for you to decide." I apologized to her, then asked her, "Yo, delete the tweets. You know, we go our separate ways." You see, I didn't want any drama surrounding this nigga's name, bro. Like, I fucked with Desmond. I fucked with ETIKA super hard, bro. Most of us did. That's why we were so hurt when he passed away. It's just crazy. And like, then I'm a disgusting human being because I tried to point out something to help out more people so they wouldn't suffer from the same situation and same ailments that happened to Desmond, that happened to ETIKA. How am I disgusting for that? You know, it's really just crazy to me. And it's like, you're a mental health advocate. It's in your bio and shit. And as soon as I bring that up, she starts crying and screaming and going off. Like, what? And then you're disgusting. Weren't you just crying? How are you now cursing me out? How'd you go from crying to cursing out somebody in like 3 seconds?
sensitive person towards a person that actually knew Desmond. You are
Listen,
a stranger, sir.
But you just told me you cared so much about me. I have it on record. Earlier in the recording, she was like, I care about you and your girlfriend so much, and you guys mean the world to me, and y'all are part of the fan base and all that." And then later she says, "You are a stranger. He didn't care about you." Like, watch, listen. You just said that. You said you cared so much about... What? I have it on recording. You said you cared, you respected me, this and that, all these things, but you call me a stranger. You met a complete stranger, right? We have videos together. We've spoken on the phone. You have a complete stranger's phone number. Don't call me a stranger. Don't try to play that card. You try to play that card because you're petty. You're petty and you're an e-girl chasing clout. That's what you're doing, literally. Yeah, okay. I'm a stranger. You're a petty e-girl chasing clout, and you literally publicize drama to try to get people to side with you.
Your real name.
Okay.
What's your real name?
It's none of your business. That's what it is.
Motherfucking
It doesn't
facts.
matter.
Pod Ninja, bitch.
It
That's what
doesn't.
it is.
You still want to be a stranger to me, huh?
It doesn't matter. You don't need to know my real name. You know why?
Oh, baby, you wanna
Because
know
I'm
everything
because I'm a
about
stranger,
Desmond,
right? Because I'm a
You wanna know
stranger,
everything
right?
about Desmond.
I'm
You
a
don't
stranger,
wanna know
right?
anything
Why
about
would you tell somebody calling you a stranger your real name and public information, and they already told you they're recording a video on you and shit? They have your phone number. They already doxed you. Why are you gonna give them your actual information? I'm not stupid. I know what this.
Why
bitch
why
trying to
is
pull.
this? Are we talking about me?
How weird that is?
Are we talking about me here? You want to discuss what you want to discuss is that you don't agree with what I said to you, and you're mad that I feel like you played a part in Desmond dying. That's what you want to discuss. That has absolutely nothing to do with who I am as a person. It doesn't have anything to do with who I am as a person. I saw value in trying to save. I don't want to talk to his mother because she tried to save him. She tried. I don't need to talk to her. I know she tried. It's alright.
That's her child. That's her son.
Word.
So
You're the
gonna
girlfriend that lived with him. You hung out with him and enabled him, dude. I have 6-hour recording of you hanging out, enabling him the whole time.
Try to have a
Oh my
positive
God, why
outcome
am
from
I
this.
repeating
I'm
this to a
trying.
stranger?
So you see Mikado's trying to like, yo, let's have a positive outcome. That was what we were trying to do the whole time. And she's pointing that out to me to try to remind me to reel it back in because I'm starting to say some of the things that I really feel at this point. And it's like, well, you saying what you really feel is not going to make this into a positive outcome. So she's trying to get me to reel it back in a sense.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
am I okay? Do I
Okay.
need help? Yes, I'm getting help. I'm getting help for it.
All right.
So thank you.
All right.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Mr. Stranger?
I'm pretty fine and well. I honestly just feel like you're embarrassing yourself and bringing toxicity and poisonous things to the community that's surrounded as Joy-Con boys that's surrounding ETIKA. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no,
Yeah, you are. You fucking sit online and twerk your ass cheeks online. What the fuck?
sit online and twerk. Oh my god, bro. What in the fuck? This conversation was so shit. Look, Mikado back at it again, holding her nose like, look. I think that, that's crazy, man. All right, we skip ahead a bit. She starts kind of wilding out later on, like later in the late part of the conversations. Yeah, she starts to really go crazy with it. But I mean, like, the whole point of me showing you guys this is just for context so you can understand, like, bro, this shit we was going through was not no joke. We literally tried to de-escalate the whole entire thing, tried to kill it, tried to end it, tried to nip it in the bud, tried to not have the drama public and online surrounding this deceased individual's name. Why are we talking online and beefing and arguing and having drama with a community of people that are trying to come together in a time of grieving? That doesn't make sense. And that's why I'm like, yo, it's just, and Mikado too, her face, because our whole point with this conversation, this phone call, was to try to de-escalate shit. But I'm just showing y'all multiple times I apologize. You probably didn't hear me apologize because I skipped through it. So why don't I try to find another part where I did? Because I did it so many times. You see, I'm already halfway through the video. I know I'm going to do it at least 3 more times. I never said that. Like your whole gist is to try to twist things around and make people look bad. That's what your whole thing is.
When did I because you're hurt for saying some dumb shit.
I'm hurt. How am I hurt? I tried to exit a conversation peacefully, and you got mad.
I'm mad.
Yeah.
And you're not mad, sir.
You published out of context DMs. You published out of context DMs. They're out of context. Show the whole thing. Why would I be messaging you like that if I didn't already? Yeah, okay. You're trying to make me seem like a crazy obsessed fan.
I did not murder Desmond.
I never said you murdered him.
Never
said it.
I never said that.
Never in my life did I say that. I'm just clearing that shit up right now. Mikado, did I ever say she murdered Desmond? Chat, did I ever say she murdered Desmond? Why would I be fucking defending myself so much over and over? I never said that shit, right? What the fuck? This is what the whole purpose of the convo was for her, to try to make it seem like I was saying she murdered Desmond. But now, the purpose of this whole video is me to let you guys know what a shitty human being she is. What a piece of shit. How do you claim to love someone so much, but then fuck a whole nother nigga that he went to school with? Oh my God, no, bro. You fucked a whole nigga that he went to school with, he was friends with, days after he died. After he died, you weren't grieving? What? He's no longer here. Let's go fuck his friends. The nigga I always wanted to fuck, now I can fuck him. What the fuck, dude? That blows my mind. Oh, there's a YouTuber that I've always wanted to take dick from. Let's go fuck him. What the fuck, dog? Oh my God, that is like absolutely mind-blowing to me. You cared so much that you fucked his friends and the fucking half the YouTube not really half the YouTube, but a nigga that is also a YouTuber. A week after he died? That's the part that's crazy. If it was like 2 years, a year, time passed and you kind of got over a bit of what was happening and stuff, but you claim that you're so hurt by what happened and all that stuff, but you're fucking niggas that he knew and his co-workers, other YouTubers that do the same job as him. Whoa, bro. You fucking shitting me? I never said that she fucking murdered him. Let's keep that clean and clear. But this is I am officially exposing this bitch for the shit that she pulled, and it's fucked up and it's disgusting. And y'all make up your own minds of what you think on her. I ain't gonna tell you what to think, because apparently you gotta be a sheep to believe this or that, or to listen to the words of another man, right? Gotta be a sheep. If somebody tells you something and you heed their warning, if I say, bruh, he's got a gun, there's a dude outside with a gun, he's shooting people, you ain't gonna believe it until you walk out into the line of fire of bullets. That don't make sense. It's like somebody tells you that, at least look out the window or try to get out of the place or escape or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? That shit is mind blowing to me. Let's continue a little bit more. I'm gonna skip further ahead in the video. Shift the attention away from all that. Hold on. I have empathy. I do. Okay. Can I finish this? Can I finish a statement without you attacking me? I don't want the number. I'm trying to end the convo. I'm trying to end the argument. I'm trying to be adults and leave this shit alone without dragging the rest of the world into Desmond's personal life. That's it. Yeah, you can talk to yourself if you like. Oh, little did you guys know, the documentary I made, part 1 of the documentary, which was me explaining what the 9 gang is, all that. I made that out of, first, I wanted to make it to help, get the attention away from him and his mental health, because it seemed that people were judging him horribly. And as you guys know, society treats people who have mental health issues like shit. They treat them really bad. The movie The Joker is a really good explanation, but a good example of that. So I saw how people were treating him because he had mental health issues, and I felt like, man, I don't want this whole thing around him to surround his name with mental health and all that, and people to continue to clown on him and be like, oh, he died, whatever, he had mental health issues, and kind of just write him off as not important because he had an issue going on temporarily at the time. And I spoke to her about that on the phone during the podcast. It was supposed to be a podcast, but it seemed like it was turning into a porno or a porn show or a porno interview or some shit. But I spoke to her about that. She agreed and asked me to do the same. So out of her request, I made the documentary to try to keep the whole situation away from his mental health and more so focus on who he was as a person, the energy he brought to the table, his positive traits, things like that, and then what actually took place without really drilling in on the whole mental health thing, because like I told you, people have this whole stigmatism with them where they look at somebody and they say, oh, this person has a mental issue, and then they look down on them or they see them as less as a human or not worth their time. Like, I mean, come on, look at most of the homeless people around the world. A lot of them have mental health issues because they have lack of nutrients, lack of this, that, blah, 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 blah. You say it, like, they have a lot of stuff going on in their lives and they're not able to properly sustain a normal lifestyle, and therefore it has many adverse effects on them. So you see how people treat homeless people. Some have empathy, some don't. Some people treat them like shit, some people treat them good. So this is like literally the whole documentary. There was me explaining to everybody like, hey, this is what he believed, this is who he was, and highlighting the positives about him instead of only zoning in on the mental health aspect, as requested by her, as also requested by a lot of you out there, most of you Joy-Con boys who met up with me in New York. We had discussions about this. You already know what the deal is, but for those of you at home that weren't with us in New York or that weren't around, yes, this was discussed as a community by those of us that were physically present at the memorial, and we all kept in touch after leaving the memorial, and we collectively came to the understanding that it would be best to paint this in a whole light of just, let's highlight the positives about him, let's remember the good things about him, and then maybe talk about a little bit of what happened, what led to his death, but not really dive into the mental health aspect. And that was what it was about. But long story short, it came to I wanted to protect his legacy. I didn't want his legacy thrown under the bus, and no one did. None of the other real Joy-Con boys did. No one at the memorial wanted his real legacy to just be discarded as, oh, whatever, he was just some dude that was mentally ill. No, we wanted to go ahead and paint it as what it really was. It really wasn't just a dude that was mentally ill, bro. That's not all it was. It was so much more shit, so many other factors surrounding it. But that's the reason that the part 1 of the documentary was made in the way that it was. And there's a lot of other behind the scenes stuff that you guys don't know about, that you don't hear. I can't make any promises that I'm going to publicize anything, such as the 7-hour footage of her walking around New York and talking to him. I can't tell you guys I'm going to publicize that, because for me, I feel like what she did was wrong as far as publicizing that he even had mental issues going on to begin with. That was fucked up for her to do. So who am I to sit here and now publicize moments of her recording him and in his situation, So I can't promise y'all that will be released. So the full truth you're just gonna kind of have to take what I'm saying a bit for face value, because I am not willing to play some of those clips. Some of the things is a bit disturbing that happens in that 7.5 hour recording that she made. Like I'm not even lying to you. It's a bit disturbing. Some physical things happen and some other things took place that you guys really have no business listening to or knowing about. And honestly, we should leave it as it is. And this is what I wanted initially too, is just to leave everything as it was, you know, like just let everything just go in peace. Let everybody just grieve. Let everybody just, feel what they feel. But not everybody is on the same page. Not everybody agrees on that. And I mean, that's pretty obvious here, but so let's continue a little bit more. I'm probably about to hang up, Christine.
Desmond was a fully grown adult with his
Okay,
own
Christine.
decisions, who made decisions,
All right,
who did
Christine.
whatever he wanted.
You take care of yourself, okay?
It's really insulting that you would think that Desmond didn't have like the right sense of, or just wasn't, that he wasn't an adult. You're making it seem like he was a child.
What are you saying? You're twisting stuff around. When someone is mentally ill, they do not have the ability to think for themselves. They lose all individuality. That's what you're failing to understand. And I'm sick and tired of it. I've been trying to reason with you. I've been trying to be nice to you about this. You don't understand that. When someone has a mental illness, they lose all individuality. They cannot be left alone. Why do you think there are mental hospitals? Because people can't be left alone. You're saying he's responsible for his own actions. You sound stupid. And yeah, I insulted you. I'm done talking to you. Keep the tweets up if you want. I will literally put out a video showing everything. I will show everything. Don't make me do that. I don't want drama surrounding his name because he doesn't deserve this. He don't deserve this, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I had to bang on her ass, bro. Had to hang up. She's getting me too riled up and just fucking getting under my skin. So, with all that being said, the documentary, as you all know now, publicly I'm stating this, it was made in the way that it was made to paint a positive light around his name. Yes, things were pretty bad behind the scenes, but what you don't understand is that weed-induced psychosis or schizophrenia is only a temporary thing. This is not something that you just get, like... It's not a situation where ETIKA just got fucking mentally ill randomly from stress. It is known and stated by her as well in that fucking hour and a half long conversation that we had on the phone that he smoked for a little over a year. Now, let's do a little bit of thinking here, critical thinking, something that I think she's very much lacking. If he's been smoking for a little over a year, and he's been experiencing psychotic episodes for a little close to a year, a little less than a year, it tells you that, well, they kind of started around the same time. Wouldn't it make sense that, one thing led to another? Common sense would tell you if you eat a certain food and it gives you diarrhea, and then you keep eating that food every day, and now you keep getting diarrhea every day, that you would start to put two and two together that, hey, this thing is causing me this. Now, somebody who's going through mental issues is not the same as like a symptom like diarrhea. You can clearly still think with a clear mind, like, yo, something's going on, and have critical thinking, but that's not really possible when somebody's going through a mental health issue. They can't think and be like, yo, the weed might be what's causing it, because I started having these situations a year back when I started smoking weed. It's kind of hard, but the point that I'm trying to make is that ultimately at the end of the day, you would think that the people around him would have noticed. And that's what it took for me to help out Mikado's sibling that we were talking about, who had the same situation happen with their mental health. Obviously, we started to notice, the only times that these people are having these episodes is when they smoke bud and when they blaze. And then we started asking them, like, it was one point where they were hanging out in a group with everybody and everybody's at a party and shit. And they're like, yo, like, I want to hit the bud too. And I'm like, all right, but you got to tell us tomorrow if you had any symptoms. And then they hit the bud. And then tomorrow we asked them and they're like, yeah, I had a full-blown episode last night when I got back in my room. And it's like, oh, well, if you had a full-blown episode when you got back in your room right after you smoked bud, then it kind of links it a bit. And then they did more tests and they started realizing every time they smoked, they would have the same mental shit going on with their mind. So it kind of gives you like a little context of how I'm like, yo, well, if this all started, you know, back a little bit after he started smoking bud, then it might have taken a little while for those effects to kick in. And generally speaking, that is how it works. No one just gonna have a fucking psychotic episode the first time they smoke bud. I mean, if they do, they wouldn't know that it's a psychotic episode. They would think that they just got weird from the bud, weird from smoking weed. They would think that that's all that happened, but that's not how it works. You know, you got to realize, like, this is something that I've seen people go through 3 different times, and counting Desmond would be 4 times. 4 different people that I know that have gone through similar situations that I had witnessed, and the only one that I had my hands tied behind my back on was with ETIKA. All the other ones, I did everything that I could to help them out, and I got 2 of them to do well, and the other 2 I couldn't do anything for, you know, and that's just the sad reality of it. But I have more people that I told you guys I was gonna call. I'm going to talk to a couple of you guys and get your thoughts on it, honestly. So give me a second while I jump over into the Discord and see what's going on with that. Mikado, you still there?
Yeah.
All right, look, I'm gonna if you want to stay in the call, you can, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump into a couple other calls with people.
You can just hang up.
Okay, all right. I'll see you later on.
All right.
All right, later. All right, so Christine, after everything that happened, she deleted all the tweets. All those tweets are no longer available publicly on her page, but we got screenshots. I'm here with my dude Magic, Mr. Magic himself, Magic Network, my boy who was also over in her page and was talking to her, and that's how the whole argument kind of started. What's going on, man? Can you hear me clearly?
I cannot hear you right now. I just can hear your stream.
Mic check. Is your Discord might have some messed up settings. Check your audio output for your Discord settings. Give us a second. We have a little bit of technical difficulties.
Sure. Let me check that. Let me check the Discord settings.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear you now.
All right, cool.
I think I hear you now.
You can hear me?
Hold on.
Yeah, check. Mic check.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Let me just check. Let's see.
If there's anybody in the chat that also would like to be
working,
interviewed, let me
that's
know.
Weird.
If there's anybody in the chat that would also like to be interviewed.
I'll rejoin the call and see if that fixes it.
Okay. If you're in the Discord, if you're in the chat on the channel right now and you'd like to be give your opinion, Toshi, matter of fact, I want to holler at you, bro. So in a bit, I'm gonna call you on Discord as well.
Yeah, it's weird. I still can't hear you, so that's kind of weird.
Yo, Kai, you have a real one in Mikado, bro. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the 2 beans, and also thanks for the comment. You already know, bro. I know my girl, she's real, bro, and she ride and she can keep it 100. Even when I'm wrong, my girl keep it 100, and she tell me like, yo, you fucked up, baby. Like, that's the type of chick that I'm dealing with here, and I just want y'all to know, like, I ain't got nothing but hella eternal respect for her, bro. And like some of the shit that sometimes that I go through, like that she don't even have to be involved in, she chooses to get involved in because she'll do that if she knows that I'm not in the wrong with the situation. Like, she ain't got no problem calling me out. So I just want to make sure that that's understood. But thank you for the 2 beans, and I'll make sure I pass that message along to Mikado. I think she's actually still watching right now. Maybe she is. I don't know. Magic, can you click on user settings? Can you click on user settings and go to output device and
okay, I'm going to user settings.
Click on output device and set it as whatever your headphones are or whatever your speakers are.
Sorry,
if we have to, I can always just talk through the stream and you can answer my questions. It'll just be a bit delayed.
All right, I have. Let's see if that works now.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Hey, there we go. Okay, I hear you now.
Word, cool. All right, so look, man.
Great.
Tell me what's going on, bro. Like, how did this whole thing start? Give your whole perspective. Also, what do you think about the situation, and how did you even come across knowing about the situation?
Well, I actually came across it from you. Christine made a post, I think, last month on the second.
Hold on.
Sir.
We got a donation coming in.
Oh, okay.
Delane.
Sri, you had to deal with this drama today, man. You deserve it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Delane. I really didn't deserve it, and none of you guys deserve to actually hear it right now, but I didn't have a choice but to put this information publicly because I feel like, you know, if people are speaking on your name, they only hear one side of the story. They're going to believe the side that they hear. But if both sides of the story are out, nobody can dispute it, especially when there's screenshots, recordings, and everything of everything. So, I mean, I appreciate the $5. Thank you for the support. And I'm sorry that you have to hear this today, but, you know, I really feel like I have to put this out there so people can understand, especially if this bitch gonna be walking around talking on my name, bro. She gonna be walking around speaking about me to other people and her experience that she had with me. This is another coworker that I have that's in the YouTube field as well. So, you know, I never know what other people she's gonna end up working with, or people that she's gonna run into, and what she might say about me. But, you know, it is what it is. Thank you for the 5, Delane. I appreciate it. Hey, back to you, Mr. Magic. What
right, yeah. Okay, so I was just saying, it was about, I think, basically just a month ago. Right. Christine made a post in the morning, you know, just taking all these screenshots of your DMs with her out of context. Yeah. And obviously I didn't know that at the time, right? I didn't know what the hell was going on. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, so Christine's mad at Ninja, and I'm like, this just doesn't seem right. Like, I've known you since January because the Real M14 recommended me to you, and so I checked you out. And so, like, since then, I've kind of
appreciate that, M14. Shout out to my brother M14, by the way.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best.
That's my dog, man. That's my brother right there from another mother, man. But yeah, so you met me through M14 January and
right, yeah. But yeah, so like it was just, I think it was the start of November. She made this post. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I just didn't say anything, right? I didn't comment anything because I didn't know the full side, right? I only had one side of the story at the time.
Yeah.
And so man. I just decided to say nothing. I just, you know, went to school, did my shit, and then so later I got these tweets from your side. I was just kind of like I wasn't sure who to believe at first, right? Because I've known Christine's, since like fucking 2016, so.
Bro, I've been following her and Desmond for the longest, dog. Like, well, that's what's cool.
I've been watching, I've been watching Desmond since like 2015. He was the best,
Mm-hmm.
Always helped me out, and so obviously I knew who Christine was because she'd pop up on the stream every while, and so. But I didn't really start like following her and stuff till 2016, and she just seemed like a really nice person at the time because there was no drama and stuff. And then this year is just it's been so weird. Like I don't even know what the hell is going on. And yeah, so then I saw you. I don't even know how. I was just like when I kind of found out the truth when you because I wasn't sure at first because you didn't show the whole video. Like you made a video where you showed all the messages, and that's when I'm like, holy crap, like. This is what Christine is, pulling out of her ass. I'm like, this is ridiculous, right? Like, you cannot. She's lying. She's lying for clout. She wants,
Oh my God, bro! Like, I'm not the only person saying that. Like, she literally. That is crazy. Like,
I know.
You saw what I said, bro. It's like, and that's what blew my mind too. It's like, all right, so. I noticed this too, like when her page would die down a bit and people kind of stop tuning in a little bit and they kind of start getting back to their normal lives, she'll ramp them back up by throwing some sort of social media stunt, and then it gets her massive followers and she starts drama. So she tried to create that with me.
Yeah, like right after Desmond passed away, like she already started, she started selling, like, I don't even know if it's porn, but she was like, telling her, buy my Snapchat shit and crap, so you can see videos of my ass, of me like shaking my ass. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're using you're using Desmond as a way to make money.
Right.
And that was
Because
already disturbing.
see,
like, when I
it's
saw
very
that.
disturbing, very disturbing. That like my poor virgin eyes. That's how I felt. Even though obviously I've seen ass in my life, it was just like, yo, what? I don't want to fucking see that from my boy's ex-girlfriend. This is my
I'm sorry,
boy.
but that kind of.
This
Yeah, I know. I'm
boy's
sorry, but
ex.
that kind of stuff is private.
Bro, facts.
You shouldn't be showing your ass to public people. I think that's wrong. In my opinion, I think that's wrong.
I mean, I agree with sex workers and porn stars and doing their job and whatnot, and that it's okay. But it's different when it's like, dude, this is you weren't a porn star before.
Like, this is
now he died, and suddenly you're a porn star.
Yeah, that's not right. And I mean, I still think
She's exploiting the fact that everybody's grieving and coming to her channel or her page for to find out about news about ETIKA or what happened with him, or maybe get a little bit of like behind the scenes footage and stuff. And everybody's there for that. No one's there to see her shake her ass except for a couple handful of people.
Yeah, it's and obviously there's been like some of the people in the ETIKA community back in like 2015. There were a lot of people that would call Christine thick, and I think that's definitely wrong because it's none of their business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now like if she's gonna get mad at this now, I mean she's literally showing videos of her ass, and I don't agree with that, especially because this is like, in my opinion, I don't watch porn. I'm not into it, and I think it's kind of stupid, especially when I don't think Desmond was really that popular, but I just don't think that this was a relationship between them. They should kind of keep that kind of sex and shit private, or just nudes and kind of stuff like that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's different stances, different strokes for different folks, and people like
right for sure, of course, yeah.
But I mean, in my honest opinion, it's not the fact that she ever became like in the sex field or sharing their private Snapchat. I mean, that's okay, cool. Like so many other females online do the same shit. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that the timing. Suddenly,
it was awful.
He just
it was
died.
Awful timing.
Now suddenly you're a porn star. Whoa.
Yeah, that's just, in my opinion, that I was actually kind of offended by that. I just think that's not appropriate. And I mean, at the time, I thought it was not appropriate for people to say that, you're just using him for money. But now looking back, I'm like, holy crap, these people were right. She's just using him.
I would say this. I would not be surprised if... So, look, there's some situation in their private life that I don't want to really talk about. I mean, she's made it public.
You're right. She's talked to me a bit about it, but I won't talk about it here.
Yeah, let's try to keep that kind of behind the scenes because that's like their business.
Right, of course.
For the most
it's none
part,
of our business.
It's known, though, publicly that some things happened in their relationship that caused them to split up.
Yeah.
Now, the said things...
it was both sides.
Right, on both sides, yeah. The said things in the relationship, though, I wouldn't be surprised if she was, like, holding something over his head as, like, a ransom in order to make him keep giving her money. I wouldn't be surprised. She seems like that type of person.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
I will expose you to the world if you don't keep paying for my bills and buying me all this stuff.
I used to DM her quite a bit, and she actually did tell me that for like quite a long period of time, Desmond was paying all her bills.
She said that to me.
I'm not even joking.
And I'm like,
and they were broken. They had already broke up.
So why, if you're claiming that this person don't care about you, you don't care about them,
yeah, I know.
Power, they're your ex. Why are they paying all your bills? Why are they buying you?
Exactly, right.
Buying you every game, getting you plane tickets out to fucking anime cons. That don't make no sense, right?
Yeah, like just to be clear, Desmond was not rich, so he was committing.
We got a message coming in from the people.
Right.
Franco69 said, "This is insane." Hold up, I think I missed that just now. Can somebody please retype his donation into the chat for me real quick? Do me a solid. I need.
He just said, "This is insane, bro, but I'm glad you're telling the true side of the story. I have mad respect and been watching for a bit. Keep it real."
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. That's all I'm do, bro. I ain't playing none of these fucking mind games that people are doing online, and I ain't here for all this drama and shit. But we're gonna get to the bottom of all of this shit tonight, and then we're never gonna have to discuss this again. Like, we need to let Desmond rest in peace for real, bro. Like, he needs peace around his name. But it's our duty as Joy-Con boys to make sure that this is known to other Joy-Con boys and that we know not to fuck with this bitch.
For sure.
To keep our distance from this. Don't let her fucking use everybody for clout and use fake situations and create fake drama and stuff, so that way people will keep on having her back and try to make it seem like people are hating on her or whatever. This is like the people that some of the people might see through her shit and come call her out on it, and then now suddenly they're just like, oh, now you're just attacking me online. Yeah, right. You're scamming people and stealing money and stuff and all that. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. I appreciate the $5. So, what were you saying? You were saying that.
Anyways, I think I was saying. Yeah, I think we were just talking about how.
Hold on, we got a comment coming in from the people. I want to answer.
Okay.
I want to answer for Gerard Walker. Hey, Gerard, he says, would Etika want this? I'ma just say this, bro.
That's a good question.
I'm gonna say this. Let me give my take on it. I'm gonna give my take on it. And you can give yours afterwards. I'm gonna say this. For sure. As a Joy-Con boy, a fellow Joy-Con boy just like you, and that's Etika's ex-girlfriend, would Etika want this? Seeing as the man publicized every goddamn thing to do with his life, this is Christine's mind state on it. Oh, well, then it's okay to publicize everything else, right? So that's what she put everything else out. He just let everything be public. Now,
Christine set this up.
Right, hold up. Secondly, would Etika want this? I would say, fuck yes, Etika would want this. He eviscerated niggas that did shit to the community that could not be forgiven. This is something that was done to him. His girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, fucked niggas, multiple niggas in the same month after he died. And one of them was his fucking close friend from high school. Would Etika want this? Ask yourself
3 days
that,
after. 3 days after.
Ask yourself, my brother. Ask yourself, would Etika want this? 3 days after? No, it wasn't 3 days.
Yeah,
was it
not 3 days?
It was 6 days.
Oh, that's awful.
6 days after Etika died. No, 3 days after the memorial. Six days after Etika died is when she told me she's flying out to go fuck the dude in California. But 3 days after he died is when she fucked the close friend of his in high school. Would Etika want this? What? That's some dirty shit.
I don't think so.
That's some dirty shit. None of us want this, bro. I don't want to see Christine that way. I don't want to see Christine as a fucking porn star. I don't want to see Christine as... I don't want none of this myself. I didn't want to publicize this, but she brought this public. So answer that for me. What do you think? Would Etika want this? We eviscerate niggas in this community for doing shit that's unforgivable. Niggas, bitches, kids, grandmas, dads, it don't fucking matter, bro. It does not matter who you are, what walk of life you come from. You're a Joy-Con boy. I'm a Joy-Con boy, bro. We don't play this shit. We're dealing with a chick that's claiming to be like she cares about him, claiming that she's close to him and all this shit, and using the fact that she dated him for a time period to try to utilize that as a way of making money off of people, scamming them. When in actuality, she didn't give a fuck about him. That's exactly my answer to you. She didn't give a fuck about him. Did she care when she fucked those two other dicks? One being a coworker and one being a friend from high school. Did she care? Did she want this? She posted this online herself, dog. Like I got dragged into this.
Come on.
Magic Man got dragged into this. You all are being dragged into this right now. None of us wanted this. We all want him to rest in peace. So you tell me, bro.
Exactly, man.
Would Etika want this, bro?
I think it's really mixed, but for the most part, I'd say yes.
Can you read that comment from me and respond to it? It's my girlfriend Mikado. I didn't even read it yet.
Which one? Is it the most recent one?
Yeah, Mikado just now commented.
Oh, do you want me to read it?
Yeah, I want you to read it and respond to it. I'm gonna do it after you.
Okay, so this is the most recent one, just so I know.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care if you are coming from her channel. It's bacon. What matters is that you need to know the exact full context. That's actually a really good point.
Yeah, I agree. What do you?
And we got a dono from Case Dragon.
What do you say?
Like in my opinion, like I think yes for the most part.
Well, no, what did Case Dragon say?
He didn't say anything. It was just a $1 donation.
Thank you for the $1 donation, Case Dragon. I appreciate it. If you got a message or something you want me to read out loud, please type it in the chat. Mods, pay attention. If you see him type something, speak out loud to me speak to me so I can answer that. I have a question for you, Magic. Do you think Etika would want this?
So yeah, what I was saying is probably most likely. I think if from what I know, that high school friend, he was pretty close with that high school friend for a while, and maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's what I heard. I feel like they were
close. They were close. You were very close. They were. All right, I ain't gonna give
Really?
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
we're
you
close?
you can
Okay.
you continue. You continue. What'd you have to
So
say?
yeah, so if they're really close, it's kind of similar to you, like to the, let's say you had an ex and then they slept with your sibling. I think that'd be a similar reaction. I don't think Etika would be happy about that. The fact that first of all, that she slept with a friend of his 6 days after, I find that
No,
slutty and disgusting.
the friend was 3 days after. The other YouTuber was 6 days after. She flew
Oh,
out
you
to
got it.
Cali.
Serious?
She flew out to
No.
Cali the 6 days after. The friend of his was 3 days after. No,
Are you serious?
I got the audio. I'm gonna pull the audio up. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna
That's
play it on
so
stream.
dumb.
I'm gonna play it on
What
stream.
a slut,
Fuck it.
man.
Fuck
What
that
a
shit.
slut.
I'm gonna play it on stream right now, dog. I got the audio where she says it herself on the call. She's like, "I feel so bad right now." I was like, "Why?" And then she said,
You know what
"Go ahead."
in my opinion, I don't agree that, you should, just because you need sex. I think that a relationship is important in my opinion. I think it's kind of sad that all she wanted from those two guys were sex. And that I think is also a little disappointing. And it's also kind of slutty. Like I'm going to be honest. In 6 days.
Yeah, and I have to. All I can do is agree with you because you spit straight facts, dog. But I'm gonna say this, man.
Yeah.
Like, in actuality, if a girl wants sex, man, there are dildos that do the same exact
Obviously.
thing as our dicks.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly.
There's plenty of sex.
There's alternatives, of course.
Right, and I mean,
there's tons of alternatives. Yeah.
She could have easily, masturbated or done some other shit, bro, and go fucking his friends. It's like, oh, perfect timing. Let's do this now. No one's around to stop me anymore. Now let's go fuck his best friend or his close friend that I always wanted the cock from. Whoa.
Okay. Trap Ghost said. Yeah, Trap Ghost said relationships aren't just about intercourse, and I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I agree too. This isn't really about relationships, though, man. This is it kind of
right.
is.
I'm just saying it's kind of like I'm just kind of disgusted that she only used two people just for sex. She didn't want a relationship. She just wanted sex.
This it's
like
bacon
that,
guy.
disgusting.
This is bacon guy said, "Where are your facts?" He said, "You guys are just lost. Why do you care what she does in her personal life?" We're lost.
No.
Hold up.
No.
He wasn't here
Bro,
earlier.
this guy.
He wasn't here earlier. He clearly wasn't here earlier. I'm gonna just say this, dog.
Okay, yeah.
Rewind the stream.
Just watch the stream.
I played videos in this. I gave leaked DMs. It's not about her personal life. She chose to publicize this. She chose to publicize everything, bro. And then when I asked her to take down the drama surrounding Desmond's name and integrating my name with it, she denied it time and time again. I asked her, no. I said, let's not do this. This is a dead man. This is a deceased man. He's gone. Let him rest in peace.
Yeah, he's gone.
She wouldn't let that happen. So this is the results of that. And now we have no choice. Like, bro, it's our duty as Joy-Con boys, dog. Don't even try to play like acting. If you don't see where I'm coming from, all right, cool. I understand. You know, we got different opinions, different walks of life. You maybe not in the situation and you're not seeing it from the angle because you haven't seen all the context.
Exactly.
But what I'll say is give yourself context. I understand you might think like, yo, he's tripping or they're bugging. None of us want to talk about this right now. But we have to.
Yeah, exactly. We have to because this has gone way too far. It's honestly.
It's gone to the moon and back. It's way too far. It's to the sun. Outside
of
the solar system. This is crazy. At this point, it is outlandish, bro. You said who cares what she does in her personal life? You don't care if she fucks Desmond's brother or close friend or fucked his dad or something. You wouldn't give a fuck. Are you serious? Especially when she confessed that to me. That eats me alive. She confessed that to me 3 days after Desmond died, and she's talking about it.
I don't know. If you want to keep that private, you keep it private. You don't publicize that crap. Like, come on.
Bro. Like, it is what it is. Like, she figured she's going to lie on my name, so I thought, why don't I just tell the truth on both of us then?
Yeah.
If she's going to lie, why don't I just tell the whole truth instead?
Well, yeah, it's honestly, it's so out of line. And, she's, trying to, make me feel so bad for her. I'm sorry, that's not going to work this time. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what you've done is just way out of line. And also, if you want to show that I sent you some DMs of our conversation today, like me and her conversation today.
Let me check
and
that
it's
out.
just the most immature crap ever. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Let me check that out.
And then I also have the full Twitter crap. all the tweets. I got all the tweets before she deleted it. Thankfully.
Oh, you got those?
So if you want, I got them all. Yeah. So yeah.
Word. Okay.
Oh man, it's just so funny how there's so many.
Oh, she said. Wait.
What
What did you say to her before this that I have on screen right now?
It's on Discord. All the screenshots are on Discord.
I'll be right back. I have to take a leak. For now, I want you to share your thoughts with the people and tell them give them context. I can still hear you. Give them context of what you said before these DMs she sent back. What question did you ask her?
Well, I think what happened is she started talking about Desmond in a tweet, and so I kind of just responded that, I think what was the response I said, kind of sad that you didn't believe. No, hold on, that's not it. Sorry about that. I said, kind of sad that you told people you didn't want to help him back in May when he had another breakdown. He still could have been alive today. And I believe what happened is, basically I decided to say that because she's done so many ETIKA tweets, and in my opinion, it's just for cloud now, because she's always saying, how great he is suddenly, when she used to just shit on ETIKA. Like, she just shat on ETIKA for so long, and then, once he's dead, now she's doing this all for cloud, saying all these great things about him, blah, blah, blah. And, she totally ignored all the proof that Ninja gave back in November. And so after this, I'm still following her, but I kind of finally had to do it and just say how I felt. And so I responded saying this, and this is when the whole, I guess, Twitter war began again. And of course I brought up Ninja because, Con Ninja, because, he had all the proof. And it's just so sad that there were so many people that, just did not care. No one cared.
Well, it wasn't that they didn't care. I actually had.
Well, they didn't care about the context, is what I mean.
I had quite a few people message me and say, "Yo, I'm sorry."
Really?
They were like, "Yo, I'm sorry."
Today?
Not even just today. Not even just today. I'm talking overall. I got Discord messages of people apologizing today, but overall,
wow.
I had that same day that I exposed the truth. I had over.
Yeah, I know.
It was like, oh yeah, yo, you were one of the people too that apologized.
I know, that was me. Yeah, because I was not sure what was going on. And I was like, okay,
at first I thought you were fucked up, dog, and then I realized, what it really was taking place, and that's what I'm saying. Bro, what type of nigga do I look like? What do I look like? I'm gonna chase down a girl and cause problems with a girl? What the fuck type of weirdo shit is that? I'm gonna cause problems and call her out and try to guilt trip her about her ex-boyfriend dying? What type of shit is that? No, hell no. I never in a million years. I'm the furthest thing from that. The opposite end of the spectrum. Nothing close to that ever in my life would I do. Now, as you see what happened, I was trying to get her to talk about mental health and put this out there so people would understand, hey, we need to be safe about this. And my message to everybody right now is honestly, one, fuck that bitch. I would stay a mile away from her if I could, or 10 or 20 miles if possible, away from her ass, the other side of the world. And two, be careful when you smoke weed. Be careful.
Oh, for sure, especially through a vape. Because those vapes are not made well. I can confirm that right now.
Yes, the vape thing is new. It's all new. But I'm gonna say this.
Oh, it's
you gotta be careful smoking weed these days. Not just vapes. It's all weed, because reason being is that there's less CBD inside of the bud these days than there has been in the past. There was apparently a 1-to-1 ratio in the past. So if there was 30% weed or THC, I said weed. If there was 30% THC, there was 30% CBD. Now, if there's 70% THC, which is generally from anywhere between the 40% and up range when you're smoking flower. So if it's 40% or 70% THC, it's usually 0% CBD. Now, why is CBD so important? CBD is important because that's the thing that people swear is medicinal. That's the properties of it that make you relax.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Calm you down, that puts you to sleep. That those properties.
Yeah,
of
if
CBD,
you don't.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry, I was just.
Those properties of CBD the properties of CBD are actually what cause you not to have schizophrenia and psychosis and help you to relax. But when you're smoking weed that has no CBD in it, you're just stimulating your brain, overstimulating it, and then the gamma waves are increased. And then once the gamma waves are increased, those are the same waves that are associated with schizophrenia, psychosis, bipolar, depression. Every single mental health issue you can think of is associated with gamma waves in the brain. And it's crazy to think that, right?
Yeah, it's like you're smoking weed is now pointless, you know.
If you're not getting the medicinal part that helps you to calm down and relax and feel at ease, you're getting the part that just causes you to be like, or that causes you to be like red-eyed and just like, yo, what the fuck? And have weird thoughts.
It's like drunk, but when you're smoking weed, I guess.
Right. Okay, so
that's kind of a bad example, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. Now I'm gonna talk about this. Remember all the tweets that she had up? What happened to them, bro?
Yeah.
What happened to them?
So she deleted them.
The whole thing, all gone.
All the facts that I sent in that tweet, all gone. I don't know. She deleted it. It was gone. I don't even know how I still got the screenshots. Somehow I was able to get them before, like even after she deleted it. I don't even know how I did it. I'm very lucky.
That is like, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So yeah.
So everything, all the drama that was all surrounding this whole situation, the reason we're even having this discussion, she deleted it. And you know why? Because the minute that I exposed her, she was like, oh shit, let me get this out of here before my followers see this, before the Joy-Con boys catch on. Little does she know, I'm in every single Joy-Con boy community that there is. All the Reddits, all the Discords. I'm gonna make sure that they know. I will not rest them. I didn't want no problems. I didn't want no drama. I did not want no online war and all this shit before. But now I don't give a flying fuck. I'm gonna make it my duty to make sure everybody knows what the fuck is going on, what type of person we're dealing with here, and I'm gonna give them all the context.
Exactly. No, and that's and I think one of the things, I don't know why I've just noticed it so much, is that even though I'm spitting true facts at like Christine, so much of her community just does not care and like targets me without even.
This is what you have to understand, my bro. This is what you have to understand, Magic. Check it out. There's this thing called cancel culture. What it is that when people see anything that is from someone they support, it doesn't matter if it's inaccurate or not. They all immediately jump on and attack, and it's mob mentality. Now they attack and they don't care. They don't want to hear nothing no more. But then when they start, some of them start seeing the facts, they start to wake up. And most of the time, they just like ignore everything they're seeing and just go with the mob. So you have to keep that in mind. And a lot of them, they see the truth. A lot of them probably just back off and don't even say anything. But you know, in actuality, when you tried to post that tweet and show them as well, notice what took place. Like everybody,
it's got a ton of toxic shit.
Yeah, you tried to be like, yo, all the proof is right here, and then no one wanted to look at it. They didn't. They were like, no, we're staying away from the truth. Do not expose our goddess. She gives us ass cheeks and flappy tits and nipples. Don't expose her. I need my daily dose of porn. Like, it's crazy.
She needs the thick porn. Exactly right.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
But I was also gonna say that tweet that you show, that picture, the screenshot that you show in that like tweet after I did after the whole Twitter war.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure after you released that tweet, you actually deleted the tweet about you dreaming about sucking his dick, which is total BS.
Yeah. So like, so
she deleted it.
Yeah. So this tweet that
and then I talked to her.
Magic is talking about this tweet right here, guys. I have a screenshot. I posted it. Look,
you can
it's
show
all
the image
gone now.
Right there. Yeah.
Now it's all gone. What happened? No, you don't want beef no more because I exposed you, right? Because you're now exposed for fucking niggas days after he died. You're now exposed for everything. You don't want problems now. Now you don't want to talk shit to me no more. That's pretty crazy.
Okay.
To me.
Yeah, and then it was really funny because after the crap, right?
Wait,
I started DMing her. I said, like, why are you saying this about Ka? And then what else did I say? I just said, you literally think insulting, Ninja about sucking dick is like leverage, and it's gonna be insulting. And then, she kind of responded. She's like, I didn't even get, and she started sending me all the, she sent me this sad emoji. She's like, I didn't get dick at the, anime con. I'm like, what the fuck does that have anything to do with this? And I'm like, why are you being so emotional about something I don't care about? I don't care that you didn't get dick. Like, I don't know. It was way out of context.
She said she didn't
And
get
it's
dick at
so
Anime
dumb.
Con. But so the thing is like, if she's saying that, that's so funny because she tweeted the exact opposite, that she finally got dick at Anime Con.
Really?
Yeah, it was on her Twitter.
Oh my gosh! No, my gosh, man. Well, I can't see it now. She blocked me.
So like, it's like she thinks that people don't have a brain and that they just can't put two and two together. And it's like, it's very simple to see what's going on here, dude. Like, clearly,
Exactly,
we have a person
right.
manipulating the opinions of others by only sharing partial information. And that is like the most dangerous thing in today's day and age, is only having part of the context. We all have to, all of us, every one of us, have to get into the habit of digging into the backstory, waiting to hear the backstory before we share our thoughts. A lot of stuff you guys know. I don't believe that YouTube is a place for controversial, dramatic topics. I think it's a place for creativity, creative freedom, and fun and entertainment.
Yeah, for sure. And making good communities and stuff.
That's exactly right. And I don't think it's a place for all this bullshit and stuff. But hey, you see all these people doing that, and when they do all these things, everybody follows the wave and just attacks the other person.
Yeah, I know.
I sit back, I don't say anything. I just watch, and I'm just like, that's fucked up. And the next thing you know, you find out shit. Like, look what happened with Pro Jared. Look what's happening with so many people. Everybody you'll think immediately that someone is the worst person on the planet when you hear one person's side of the story. But when you see the whole thing, you start to get a picture.
You finally realize, you're like, oh shit, I was siding with the wrong person.
It's not even about siding, dude. There's no sides in this.
True.
The side, it's like this. There's a side of people that want drama and problems. And then there's the side of people that just want peace. And I'm fortunately, I'm on the right side. I just wanted peace. I don't want no drama.
Yeah, so do I. And I really hope that we can finally end this, this drama. That's what I really hope, because this is getting so immature and stupid.
Yeah. So look,
By the way, if you want to show all the tweets and stuff, feel free.
Okay, yeah. We want me to go through them right now?
Yeah, sure.
Did you DM them?
It's just in the Discord.
They're in the Discord.
I DM'd you on Discord, all of them.
All right, I'm about to.
If you want, I can send them all on Twitter as well.
Nah, actually, yeah, that would be much easier because I'm already on Twitter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna need to like a couple minutes. I don't know if that's worth it then, because I still got to resend them all. So.
Oh yeah.
Would it just be worth it going into Discord? Or?
You can you DM them on Twitter?
Yeah, I can send them on Twitter. It's just gonna take minutes to get them all.
My dude, my dude, Fire Luigi just said that he fell into the whole Pro Jared thing. Look, man, you're not the only one. So many people did, but you gotta remember, before you launch an attack, you gotta get all the facts. You gotta hear both sides.
Exactly.
You gotta maintain that quietness and just kind of just be the person in the back, just kind of witnessing stuff before you actually give your thoughts on it, because a lot of times you will see people show their true colors, not even meaning to. They just do it. They start showing their true colors and they fuck up and they say some shit that they didn't mean to say, or they slip up, and it's actually worth waiting most of the time, because then you're not one of those clowns that are like, you attack them the whole time and then now you have context, now you have the truth, And that's how I feel like what kind of happened with this. People were just attacking me off the sole basis that she said attack. And then they didn't realize, like, oh shit, well, he actually knows some stuff, and she's mad at him because he knows, and like he's gonna expose her if she doesn't leave him alone. I just wanted to be left alone. All right, so
exactly.
You can go ahead and start DMing those. I'm gonna real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna start sending them.
Is Toshi, are you here in the chat? Toshi, type in the chat for me, bro, if you're here.
Alright, I'm gonna just send them while you're waiting.
Yeah, for now, I'm gonna jump into a Discord call real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna jump in a Discord call with Fivecraft, and I'm gonna hear his thoughts. I see that he's in the chat right there, and hopefully you can get Karashin in as well, Fivecraft. Yo, my brother, what's up, man?
Yeah, give me one moment. Let me turn down my phone here to my left side.
No problem. You got Karashin near you?
Cautions right here. A
I
power
want
cord
I
for
want
what?
her to be a part of this conversation as well, if you don't mind.
Honey, Carl wants you to be in the conversation too,
If she don't mind.
if you don't mind.
Wait until I get it.
Okay.
All
She's
right,
gonna
so
head to the room and hook up to the phone.
okay, cool. So she's gonna jump
But
into our call. All right, cool. I'm gonna just give her a call right after. So Five Craft, my question to you, my dude, when have you ever known me to be the type of fucking person to attack anybody online? I really want to know, and I don't want you to just like fucking say what you think I want to hear. I want you to be honest, like blatantly honest and rudely honest if you have to. What type of person am I, bro? Am I that type of person?
Possibly, but one more talking to Kyle here. But I let me count them on one hand here. Wait, shit. I can't put up 0 fingers.
I'm just saying I'm not that type of dude, man. Like I don't fucking attack people online. I don't create situations, and like as you saw with this whole thing, like what are your thoughts on all of this shit, bro? Like you see them trying to like attack me, trying to put me down, and thinking that because she got a bigger following than me, that's gonna out speak my voice. That's going to like somehow over speak me and just step on my voice and step on the truth. The truth always prevails. That's it. It's like the
truth is
saying.
always
They always
the
say
swing
Sony always
side.
wins, right? Nah, the truth always prevails.
One sec, honey.
So what do you
But
think?
to be honest, I never knew Etika before, all this stuff went down about him, passing, which I observed all this from an outsider, seeing the respect he generated and how much love you guys had for him.
Of course, I remember.
That actually
But
made me want to look up his videos,
you
look
remember
up
the
him, and
streams
I
that I
didn't get to
did where
watch
I
them.
would take. I didn't want to. I was streaming already, and I didn't want to miss his streams. And I would take his streams and put them in the bottom right corner or the bottom left corner of my videos. Do you remember those though? You were around for the Pokemon giveaways. You were moderating for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember catching glimpses of that while I was kind of taking on the chat and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But personally, what I felt like involving this is I personally don't feel like I can say I know him.
I miss
And
Etika too,
that's why I
J-Dog.
say I'm an outsider looking in.
Right.
And with all the joy and everything he brought you guys, with all the respect he generated, and what I can honestly say is honor.
Yeah.
Um,
Of course. Yeah.
but with how she's acting like this, and I even took the time while you was talking about this with the call and everything up, I checked out her Twitter, and what I saw there was her literally farming for what I call poor me point. Pour me this,
Yeah,
pour
so
me
she's
that.
trying to get like this like
Yeah.
I
Karash.
got caught.
Dirty hoe.
Or out of nowhere.
Oh my god, dog. That was so brutal. Now look, yeah, she's farming for sympathy, bro. She's trying her hardest to get all the sympathy she can, bro. That's what it boils down to. It's like
But
this happened. Oh my god.
I mean, with me, if anything ever happened to Karashin, I know I probably would never look at another. That there would be only one other person I could actually say I would look at in any sort of sexual manner, and that's someone that was established in our relationship long
together
ago.
with both of you. Yeah, I know you guys are
But-
polyamorous as well, so it's a
But
little bit different.
me, I don't think I could stoop down to the point of trying to sell videos or pictures of my body for anything at that point. I really could not bring myself to do that after losing someone I love so much. And if she really claims she loved him that much and that short of time doing that, honestly, I just do not believe that. I honestly only don't believe that she's the type of person that I could say is anywhere decent. The way she was smack talking people for expressing an opinion, saying, "Hey,
It's sad, man.
what's your thing about this? Talking about this," and then she goes
Honestly,
instantly to insults.
Can I say this?
That
real
is
quick?
pathetic.
Can I say this real quick, man?
Go ahead.
Honestly, man,
The whole thing is sad, bro. It's just I feel bad that my boy had a bitch that he was fucking with that was like that. Like, it honestly hurts me in a sense that it's like, really? Really?
Yeah.
You're really like this? Like, this is you unchained. When no one is supervising you, watching over you, this is how you act. It's so it's really honestly sad, bro, and it really does hurt me, bro. It really does, because I did not want to talk about her at all in this manner. One, I kept my thoughts and my opinion to myself, and I was like, like I always do. I don't have nothing to say about other people, bro. Like, I feel like people that always talk shit about other people, they just
little file on my feet.
they ain't got enough going on in their life or something. That's how I be feeling, right? When they talk shit constantly about other people, but ultimately, in the end of the day, I still feel like it's just so sad, man. It really is. It's fucked, and it hurts. And it's like, all of us, we still miss Etika. I mean, I know you might not have known him, but most of us in the community,
I
man.
see the joy that he brought you guys enough to actually know that he is missed. And I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed when they did the whole thing that they didn't even mention anything about Etika in the YouTube Rewind bullshit, but that's YouTube Rewind. We all know
Nigga,
that's
we
all
all talked about that. Everybody in the Discord was pissed about that. If the Discord boys are watching this, they know. You saw in the Discord too, my dude. You saw them. Everybody in the Discord was like, yo, what the fuck? They didn't talk about Etika and the YouTube Rewind. They didn't put anything in there. You couldn't at least put one.
Cara. I was sitting there watching, and I'm like, are they gonna put Etika in there? Where's Etika? Where is Etika? I see all these other people that were influential, yes, but where is Etika? I mean, you gotta put that man in there. He died for this.
Look in the chat right now. Niggas are saying, we miss him. I was pissed as fuck. Look, they were mad too. Everybody was mad, bro. We all were mad. The YouTube Rewind thing, that was crazy, bro. That's wild.
I know I can't. I personally don't feel like I can support the Joy-Con boys, but you know what? I can support the Joy-Con boys and say that the respect and the love he garnered, the love he brought to people, the joy and wonder, just I seen in you guys as Shinobis, everyone here, just from hearing you guys talk about him, just from hearing you guys, how excited you were about him, and then how sad you were.
Yeah.
I can say that guy is just one of the people I could say I can honestly fully respect without knowing, and that is a rare thing for me to say. I do not give respect without knowing they earned it, and I can say that honestly.
I could say you are that type of person, bro. I know it. You're not. You're like, if you ain't getting no brownie points in my book, I don't care what nobody else say about you, and I know that you're like that. So what do you think about the situation, dog? Like, be real with me right now. I'm tripping.
I mean,
I'm tripping by defending myself, or am I just really just taking a natural course of action by putting my whole side up and talking about everything that really took place and putting the truth out there? Because why we gonna keep on wallowing in lies and manipulation? This is disgusting. This is like one of those situations where people say they have cancer to get money and then they don't have cancer. That's what this is. It's just like that. This blows my mind. Really? You acting like you care about this nigga? You don't give a fuck about this nigga. I had to do it today, bro. I had to. I had to put it out.
If they want to see someone like just wilding out like that, they should see me when I go on my rants. You were justified in my opinion because the way she attacked you. I saw the tweets, that screenshot right there, just from that right there, how she pulled that BS. That personally pissed me off. And
bro,
if she wanted to see Wild Now, if these white knights wanted to see Wild Now, I could show them Wild Now. I could show them going bonkers. I'm a fucking crazy soulless bastard. You want to see Wild Now? Don't piss off a ginger.
Yo, real talk, dog. Like, she said I suck dick, dog. What? She told me I'm manic.
because I was crying and I was upset that Etika passed away, and I was on the phone with her talking to her like, oh my god, I can't believe this, like I can't believe all these people are saying he's crazy, like he
Hold up. Oh, it's Bacon. Okay, so were you around them personally? Do I need to be around someone personally to understand how much respect they deserve and how
Who
much
said that?
disrespect someone's showing afterwards?
Who said
how
that?
little fuck Bacon? How little fucks she seems to give?
Look. Let me say this.
Do I have to be around for that?
Hold up. Let me say this. Look, when it comes to Bacon, remember he's one of the people coming from her Twitter that doesn't know what's going on. No, chill. Just chill with that for a second, because insulting him is not going to do anything. How about we show him the actual light? Show him exactly the truth instead of actually just insulting him. And I don't believe in having senseless conversations. Why keep going back and forth with him? I think that it's important for everybody to just point out the things that he's saying and show him where what he's saying doesn't make sense and line up with the actual truth of what happened.
Which is what I was saying there with why do I need to know someone?
You don't have to know someone to speak on what
I don't have to.
On what
you
didn't you might not have known Etika personally, you might not have never spoke to him on a one-on-one level, but you still know the type of person he was, and you know the type of person I am. If anything, this is more like a character witness type of thing in court. If you ever seen in court cases where people bring up a character witness to talk about what type of person they are, how long they've known them. How long have you known me, Fivecraft?
Oh gods.
Yeah. What type of person am I, Fivecraft?
You have always encouraged us to always be kind to each other, to always show our good side, which my good side is being the kind asshole I am. I might talk some shit to someone, but I always show that it's just me being me. That's how I interact. My best friends, I'll say there, hey yo bitch,
look,
play me in some Halo.
I wanna just say this,
and he'll go, all right, asshole, let's go.
I feel like this will give a better context, because Bacon, from your perspective, you're probably thinking that I'm just bullying somebody. In high school, I beat the fuck out of people that I caught bullying others. Because I did not believe in that. I did not believe that it's okay for people to do that. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you come from. If you think I'm going to walk by and witness you doing shit like that, or just you think I'm just going to be a bystander, I'm not the bystander type of guy that just sits down and watches other people get done wrong and they don't have a way to defend themselves. And I'm also not the type of person to let somebody walk all over my motherfucking face. That's all I'm going to say. They ain't going to stomp on my face and just walk all over me, and I'm not going to speak up for myself or defend myself. So this is kind of this situation is in all honesty, you might think it's two sides just battling it out. No, bro. No, it is not. I'm a Joy-Con boy just like you, and we as Joy-Con boys need to come to an understanding of what transpired and what type of person we're really dealing with here. Who are we really dealing with here? That's what's important. The context of everything is important. Who is this person, Christine? What did she actually mean to Desmond? How much did she actually care about Etika? How much did she actually been there for him? Did she actually try? What has she said? You have to look at the things that come out of people's mouths, because with a lot of things, one thing you can trust is how a person says that they feel. If they tell you they feel this way, or they do this, or they don't do that, or most of the time it's going to be true unless they're blatantly lying. Why would she lie? She said to me that she did not want to be there for him when he was going through his mental episodes. She said, I don't want to take care of I don't want to take care of a whole grown ass man. And this was while he was mentally ill. He was in the hospital. He was in the hospital. And then she tried to justify saying that while on the phone call with me that I showed you guys in the video earlier, I pulled up earlier in the stream, she tried to justify saying that by saying, if it was an ex-girlfriend, Mikado, would you let Ninja go look out for him? Or for her? What?
Okay, so
if it's an ex-girlfriend,
I want to say this.
Why does it have to? Okay, first of all, All humans. It doesn't matter if it's a bum, if it's an ex-girlfriend, if it's fucking a Nazi. I don't care. If I see somebody that's fucked up and genuinely needs help, you give them the help.
honey.
That's it. Like it just boils down to that. Having a heart, having empathy. She asked me if I had empathy, but my question is, does she have empathy? Did you see any empathy in her when she didn't care to help out her own ex-boyfriend she had been with 5.5 years when he's mentally ill? She didn't want to help him. That's what you have to realize. I posted the screenshots where she said that. It's publicly on my Twitter. You can go to my Twitter and you can see. Literally, the screenshots are available where she said she don't care. She don't want to fucking be there and help him out. In so many words, that's like saying she don't care. She don't want nothing to do with it. She ain't gonna babysit.
I want to say something on this whole situation which honestly, when you said what she said there, that really pissed me off, because if you love someone or care about someone, you don't care if they're just, having issues.
Hold on. This dude
if they
said,
need your
this dude
support,
said
they
I'm
need
twisting,
your help.
He said I'm twisting her words. My guy, I'm not twisting her words. No. What would I get from doing what she did to me? I posted everything with context. All of the DMs are publicly available right now. Almost the full phone, a lot of the phone call we had is publicly available now due to my stream earlier in the stream. How do I have to twist words? There's no way to twist if you just read what somebody says directly. Here, let's pull up the actual tweets. Let's just pull the actual tweets up. I think that at this point, that's the most the smartest thing we can do, and the most direct way that we can handle this. Because then no one can say I'm twisting words. Am I twisting words if I actually am posting or showing you and reading off what she said word for word? Here we go. This is it right here.
Involving the factor of, quote unquote, taking care of a grown ass man. Let me get some context into my view onto that, and what I've experienced, what I've seen, and what I've seen to be truly caring for someone, if you really truly care for someone. My grandfather, okay, he was mentally deteriorating from not only Alzheimer's, but dementia and a whole bunch of other stuff. He literally died from it. And you know what the person who cared about him most did? My family did? They stood by his side until the fucking very end. And the only time they left it was to go to my uncle's funeral. Yeah,
that's dedication.
If you care about someone,
that's dedication.
It doesn't matter if you're an ex or not.
Facts.
If you really
say it again for the people in the back that didn't hear it. Say it again.
If you really care about someone, you stay by them if they're going through that. You help them. You love them. You show them that you are there. If she's saying she loved him, no, she didn't. If she loved him, she would have stood by him.
Boom, motherfucker! What does this say? I'm so conflicted because I don't want to take care of him. He clearly only trusts me and one other guy. What?
She was my ex.
Hold up. Fivecraft. 1 second, please. 1 second. She's saying he only trusts her and one other guy. But she's saying at the same time, while knowing he only trusts her and one other guy, that she does not want to take care of him.
Take care of you.
I don't want to put you to that.
What? I'm twisting her words now, my nigga. That's crazy. That just pissed me off so much, bro.
It's not twisting words when it's what she said.
I'm pissed off to see that because I'm reading it again, and it's even more offensive that she's acknowledging the fact that she knows he only trusts her, but she still don't want to be there for him when he only cares enough for her to be able to open up to her. She's the only one who could have helped him. What are you saying? Check yourself, bro. That is crazy. Oh my God, I cannot believe that. It hurts.
Is going through
it hurts to see that
right
even
now.
more.
And dementia, my mom is fighting so hard to take care of her. No, no, Bacon, no. When she said that, she wasn't truly there for him. When she said, I don't want to take care of a grown-ass man, she wasn't there for him. That is not being there for them. That is
This
doing
is like this is
what
so
looks
depressing, dog.
good.
You
That is
did-
doing what looks
You
good.
just did it because you thought
That
she
is
was there.
pathetic.
She was there because she
That
thought
is
she was
horrible.
supposed
That
to.
is embarrassing to be the
Embarrassing.
same species as
Facts.
someone like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am
telling the truth.
ashamed to call myself a human
When
with some
other people are walking
Homo
around
sapien
with
like
the same
that
shit.
walking around.
Yes.
No.
Fuck out of here, dog. With that same
Do you
mentality that
understand what
she
it's
has.
like to go through that, Bacon? Do you know what it's like to go through that? Do you know what it's like to lose your mind slowly,
Hold on.
bit by
Hold
bit,
on.
until
He said,
you can't
he
even
said,
remember
he
your
said,
own son?
Hold on. I want to give this guy a voice, man. I believe in everybody having a voice. He said she was there for him. You saw what was posted. Okay, what in what context are we talking? What was posted? Because what I saw posted was twisted context messages between her and I. We don't know what type of narrative she's spinning either on all these other images and videos she's posting. And just because someone posts videos and say they care about someone doesn't mean that they care. When the person was famous, you're posting it online where people give you clout for posting stuff like that. My guy Trap Ghost said
Real
she
quick,
was
Magic
there because
Network.
it was convenient. Bro, say it again in all caps. That's exactly what the whole point of the stream is to show you the context of the person that we've been dealing with. She's there because he paid all her bills. He fucking bought her all types of shit. And she's that's it. She's using him for clout as well. On top of that, he's famous. What the fuck, bro? You can't change how a person perceives a situation. Only they can. You got it right, man. I'll say I agree.
I want to address something that Magic Network said here. No, we're not.
Wait, hold up. My boy
We
Fabian,
don't need
my
to ban
brother Fabian just said. He said there's a difference between taking care of someone and helping someone. She's not a caretaker. I understand that,
Exactly.
Fabian. I understand that. So, Fabian, you might be just tuning in, and I hope you've been here for a while, because then at least I don't have to re-explain everything to you. But what I have pointed out is that this is not in any way just like, oh, you know, she's responsible because he died. Bro, no, that's not it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just pointing out the type of person she is and why I think she's only there for the beneficiary situations that come along with dating a person who is famous or dated a person who is famous. Yes, she's not a caretaker, but you have to understand, you can't say whether or not somebody's a caretaker when it comes time for a situation. Say that you're married to a woman for 5.5 years, and then that woman suddenly gets into a car accident and she no longer can operate. You will become a caretaker. Will you not? You'll start to take care of that person if you cared enough. Or would you abandon them and leave them alone in an apartment where they can't walk, they can't move around, and a pile of trash, and leave them alone when they can't even make dinner or pee on their own? Which one would you do? That's the point I'm making here. And also the point I'm making is that I'm not saying that she didn't help out or try to help out or do her best. I'm saying in her own words, she said she didn't want to be there for him. That's it. That's all I'm getting at, is that she said out of her own mouth she does not want to be there for him. And I think that it's fucking disrespectful and dirty to say you don't want to be there for somebody you've been dating for 5.5 years just because they have a mental health condition. But now suddenly that they passed away, you want to act like you were there through everything. And when it boils down to it, you're attacking the fans that cared about this person, that put money in both of your pockets, that paid your bills. I've donated to Desmond, to ETIKA so many times. It's now revealed ETIKA was paying for all of Christine's bills and buying her mad shit. So my money was paying for Christine. In her words, I'm a complete stranger, but a complete stranger helped pay your bills. Okay, cool. You know, I'm just pointing out all of the shit to show the type of character she is throughout this stream. It's more like, yo, look at the type of person she is, instead of saying, hey, she didn't help out ETIKA. I'm not saying she didn't help him out. She probably did what in her mind she thought was her best effort. I don't think she did her best effort because she wouldn't have been saying that she don't want to help him out if she was doing her best effort. But
did you not see the tweet?
I know.
She literally attacked someone that's for talking about Ka here. And then she's like, "Oh, you like to suck his dick, blah, 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 blah." I literally saw the screenshot. I read over the entire thing. Not only did she, but one of her little white knights did too. And yes, I'm calling them white knights.
Who did she attack? Bacon says, who did she attack? And he says, you don't know, Christine. Okay, look. Bacon, I would say this. One out of the two things that you said was correct. You care to guess which one was correct? Oh, you're taking too long. Sorry. I'll go ahead and answer for you. You said, who did she attack?
You said,
who did she attack? Incorrect. She attacked me. There is no who. Why did she attack you? It should be the question. Now, the other thing you said that I agree with is you don't know Christine. Yes, none of us know a person fully outside of the internet unless you know them in person in real life. Yeah, you don't really know anyone. You just know of them. The point I'm making is I'm showing you the character of this person that is now launched an attack on me. This person has launched an attack on me. I'm showing you the character of her. What the fuck is there to know? Okay, we know enough about Christine to know that we don't want to know her. I think that alone is enough. We know enough about her to know we don't want to know this bitch. This bitch fucked niggas after ETIKA died that were friends of his. This bitch fucked his co-workers, other fellow YouTubers that he probably met up with at anime cons and shit. Like, come on, dog. Like, do I really gotta expose the names of these people that she fucked with? I feel like that would be like next level disrespect, and that would be next level like fucking doxing. And I don't agree with doxing. But do I really gotta expose all of that? That's kind of like, it's kind of OD to ask me to do all that. Yes, we don't know Christine, but she don't know me either. And she's saying all this stuff about me, calling me a dumbass, saying I'm suck dick, saying that fucking I have a manic disorder, which is something that's supposed to be accompanied with bipolar. I don't have bipolar. I have no mental ailments. And I'm blessed to say that. I have absolutely zero mental ailments, you know? But ultimately, in the end of the day, it's like I'm extremely blessed and I'm fortunate that I don't, but it's kind of fucked up for somebody to try to self-project and self-diagnose another person. You don't self-diagnose someone. I'm not self-diagnosing anybody at all. That's all I have to say. I never would do that. That's like the most retarded thing you can do. In all honesty, fuck the clown emoji. I'll say that right now. If you agree with me, type a fucking one in the chat. Fuck the clown emoji. On God, on my life, bro. Fuck that emoji. I put that on everything, dog. That's what.
Isn't the clown thing for like maps, quote unquote maps?
Bro, this is what caused all of this, bro. Fuck that emoji, bro. Fuck that emoji with a passion, bro. I swear on everything, dog. Like none of this would ever have happened if it weren't for that and a bunch of other factors. But that's one of the factors.
That actually pissed me off because what it's used for. If you guys know what that clown emoji is used for in a lot of profiles on Twitter, that is used to identify to each other pedophiles to other pedophiles, quote unquote, maps or minor attracted people. Yeah, fuck that emoji. Even
more, fuck the clown emoji. This is even more reasons. So we're in the same agreement. That's disgusting. What the fuck? What?
Like, I can't believe that anyone that's some bullshit. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. And this is my personal, honest opinion.
I want you
it does not reflect the
you will never in your life you will never in your life find one instance of me ever using the clown emoji. Ever.
Me neither.
In my whole fucking life, dog. I never used that emoji. And like, I'm so glad to say that I haven't. I feel
you gotta
great.
post it for a minute.
Just because the fact that
it contributed it to somebody that I really cared for is death. 1 and 2, I just never found interest in the emoji to begin with. At first of all, but it's just like, yo, even now knowing even more what you just told me, Fivecraft, fuck that emoji, bro. Ninja, scroll up in your DMs with Christine. Yes, sir, you got it. You want me to scroll up, Bacon? I got you, bro.
But if you see that in someone's profile,
Hopefully,
and you see the word
I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. If you need to read more, let me know. If you need me to scroll up, let me know, bro.
You sicko.
Mikado says,
you know what?
Mikado says he DM'd her information about mental health and correlations of THC vaping and felt she could have put more effort into relaying that or going to all extents to stopping his use. Yes, that's exactly it, dog. That's exactly it, dog. Like, Mikado, my waifu, she's just telling y'all what happened. Pretty much, bro, I did everything I could to try to relay them information to her that, hey, this is important. This is why it's important. Fivecraft, you're a mental health advocate.
I even have very high risk of mental issues in my bloodline because it comes from both my grandfather, my dad's side, and my mother's side.
I know you're a mental health advocate, right?
I am always down to help out anyone with their issues.
Check it out.
And
I know. See, you're answering my question before I asked it. You're not even letting me ask it. Let me ask it. If you are a social media influencer who is dating someone and you're a mental health advocate and you're dating someone who's going through some mental health stuff, wouldn't you kind of take into consideration all the advice that you're being given unless it sounds like absolute baloney?
Yes.
Okay. What in the fuck is this? Why am I defending myself right now? What? Why am I?
To be honest, as someone who has seen, experienced, and everything that has gone down that road of mental health issues, from Alzheimer's to dementia to just about everything, I know someone with it.
Hold on,
I've tried to help them out as much as I can.
We got some DMs being leaked. Some DMs being leaked right now between Magic Network. By the way, subscribe to him and show him some love if you guys feel like it. We got some DMs being leaked between him and I. He was talking to Christine in these DMs, so he sent it to me so I could have some context. Fivecraft, I'm actually going to jump over to a phone call with Magic Network in a little bit here. I want to read some of what he said and ask you your thoughts, and then also get over to him real quick so we can see what's going on.
Okay.
So this is what it all sprung from. She made a post.
Got my phone here.
She put a post up. These are all deleted tweets. She deleted them already. She said she put a post up with her and Desmond, was like, look at the shirt that he's wearing. ETIKA is wearing a shirt that said, I need a girlfriend. I kissed him later that day to make him mine or something. That's what she's saying. And she said all the bitches were looking at him like, oh my God, right? That's what she said. So then he responded, Magic Network, this is him later on responding. He said, kind of sad that you told people you don't want to help him back in May when he had another breakdown. He still could have been alive today. Now, Magic already told us that the reason he said that is because she's posting all this stuff to act like she cared so much about him when he knows the truth, and he's been following her for a while. She's been dogging ETIKA online and talking shit about him. So then she said, you really had to go and try to guilt trip me into his fucking suicide? Who the fuck do you think you are? Next is the part where she calls you a stranger, right? But no, I'm not even going to go there. He said, I think you're fucking crazy and have no soul. You let him die. You were probably the closest thing to him, despite the breakup, and you threw him in the trash. It's very deep words, man. He said, it's disgusting. If people want proof, go to Condens's tweet of the messages. So he posted the tweet link to all of the messages that I shared online between me and her. So then he responded again, and no, she responded. Wait, what am I reading? Oh, he just sent multiples. He said it's kind of sad. He said it's kind of sad that you didn't believe about the mental health effects of vaping weed as well. Pause. I'm gonna stop right there. Magic Network. She claims she's a mental health advocate, but she doesn't think that drugs have any effect on mental health. What? You don't believe that drugs have an effect on mental health, but you're a mental health?
I will be right back. I'm going to take a piss. Give them your thoughts, Five Craft.
Okay, so even I, someone who's not quite an expert in anything, cat's running over course. Even I, who is not an expert in anything mental health, but I know from my experience, from what I personally experienced with my personal mental problem, including everything from depression to, well, quite a few thoughts that I should not go over in the stream, But even I know drugs can always influence mental health issues. They can either better or destroy. And if you see someone who's going down, spiraling further down their problems while they're doing a drug, you should always let them know, hey, this is exactly what's going on with it. You need to stop doing this drug and see if it affects you differently, if you get a different effect. That is one thing that's a responsibility of someone who cares about someone.
Responsibility. That's what this whole thing plays a part in.
You should always point out, hey, this seems to be affecting you. This is making you worse. Stop using it. Dog. Let's see if it gets better.
Come on,
if
dog.
It does get
how
better.
Are
guess
you
what?
a mental
you found
health?
The fucking cause.
There you go. And how are you a mental health advocate if you don't believe that drugs can play a significant role in your mental health? In the video of me talking to her on the phone, I said to her, I said this. Hold on 1 second, Five Grab. In the video of me talking to her on the phone, I said to her, I was like, that's like saying it's okay to do crack and thinking that you won't have any repercussions. And then she was like, crack. I said, I'm not saying he's doing crack. I'm not saying he did crack. I'm saying hypothetically, that's like saying that you can do crack and maintain a completely sane mental health state. No, you can't. Exactly. So that's what I was telling her. But yo, that's it. So he said right here, kind of sad you didn't believe about the mental health effects of vaping weed as well. There you go. So like that's where I had to pause at, because I'm like, yo, you're a mental health advocate, but you don't believe that doing any drug or doing drugs period can affect your mental health. Now he said there was no support. You laughed at him being in the hospital back in October of 2018. Once again, disgusting. Too bad you couldn't have taken Ninja's word and tried to help. So sad. He says, then he said, the funny thing is, you only showed the screenshots of the messages from him that pissed you off. At least he showed all the context and messages. It shows you're scared of the truth and how you didn't care and still don't. She says, so what if this energy you're sending makes me actually want to end my life? What? You twist it around now? Okay. Now because somebody calls you out on your shit, you try to turn it into a suicidal situation, bro?
I need to address something now.
Bro, that is manipulation, sociopathic tendencies. You try every avenue of trying to find a way to create people in a wrong light. No matter what, they're wrong, right? You want to kill yourself now, you would blame that on him. She would have blamed it on Magic. If something happened to her, she would have said it's his fault and my fault. What?
Yeah. So, I want to address something real quick. Okay, so, Bacon, you're saying that as a person who has bipolar, weed helps. Let me explain something, the difference between weed
wait
and straight
THC. Whoa. As a person who has let's analyze that statement. As a person who has bipolar, that is where you have overly or under. Wait. Hold on 1 second, brother. As a person who has bipolar, aka also known as gamma wave, where your gamma waves are not stable, you have an instability in your gamma waves, weed helps. Now analyze that sentence and tell me how that makes sense. If I just showed you the entire stream, I just talked about it, and I have all the fucking scientific evidence you need that proves THC stimulates the gamma waves. So how does THC, aka weed, smoking weed, help with bipolar? If a person has bipolar, they should abstain from THC and instead they should ingest CBD. CBD
It literally makes your gamma waves come to a homeostasis, come to a leveled out sort of like area. If you smoke weed and you have a mental ailment, you're not only maybe damaging yourself further if it's weed that has no CBD in it. By the way, we have to be clear on that. If it's weed that has no CBD in it, you're not only possibly damaging yourself further, but you're setting yourself up for a whole course of a bunch of other different mental health issues that you could have to deal with. Not only could smoking weed ultimately lead you into another manic episode, smoking weed could also lead you to a depressive episode or a schizophrenic episode or a psychotic episode or any of the above. When you have mental health issues, a lot of them are caused by gamma waves in the brain. Weed directly affects gamma waves in the brain. THC stimulates the gamma waves. CBD calms down the gamma waves. So people aren't actually addicted or needing THC to feel good. The CBD component makes them feel good. That's really what it is. If somebody has bipolar, I ain't no doctor, but I would say that I would say out of my own opinion, please take that with a grain of salt. It's an opinion. From what I've seen with the other people that have been involved, smoking CBD actually helped them out. Whereas THC only stimulated their gamma waves and caused them to be manic and have schizophrenic thoughts and have paranoia. The THC causes the paranoia, so the statement you just said, it don't make any sense, bro. I'm only trying to tell you this to help you out. I love weed. I smoke weed, bro. Like, if we went on a live stream, I probably would pull blunts up and show you the type of bud I'm smoking right now and the type of shit I got. And the CBD I got mixed with it. But I can't do that because I don't want to put up no type of like substances and stuff on my live stream. I'm not that type of YouTuber, bro. Like, I'm not a family friendly one, but I'm not one that shows drugs, showcases drugs and shit. I don't showcase drugs, guns, weapons, none of that shit, bro. It's not me. But look.
So, Carl, if I may, I have an input specifically on weed as someone who has been, well, you could say aficionado for quite some time since I was 13. There's a difference between green as it's naturally found and straight THC
or gas.
THC,
the gas pack.
THC is
the gas
psychoactive.
Thank you.
Drug. Green itself is a plant. When you extract the chemical from the plant, it becomes a drug. Now, here's the difference. When you have the CBD, it balances out that THC to a point.
Hold on. Bacon says his girlfriend disagrees. So, Bacon, what I will have you know, remember, please, that we are talking about THC versus CBD and the combination of the two. Most of the most popular strains in the United States and in Amsterdam and the UK as well, all have 0%. The skunk, the gas, the loud. If you ever heard anybody say you want loud or you want mid, the loud is pure THC. It has 0% CBD. I don't know if your girlfriend is smoking mid, which normally people would clown about, but no, in this sense, you would be a genius to smoke mid instead because it has more CBD than it has THC. Mid. I honestly prefer mid as well. But so your girlfriend might be smoking mid if it's calming her down and actually making her feel okay. Or she might be smoking weed that has a decent amount of CBD in it. Who knows? But I want you to know we're talking about weed that has high traces of THC and almost no traces of CBD. That's exactly what we're speaking on. And you have to know, like, THC is a psychoactive. It makes your brain go crazy, makes you think. Why is it when people smoke weed, they start getting weird thoughts? Come on, man. Think about it. I smoke weed. I'm telling you right now, I know what it's like. I smoke it. I smoke the damn shit.
I'm, as Kara here said, I'm pretty reliant on the green because of my pain and my mental states. My pain, literally, the higher the CBD content is the best thing for it.
No, I have a question coming in from Mike Davidson. He said, "All right, bro, I'm just trying to start a dialogue here." He says, "I've been watching the stream since the beginning. What is your premise here that you wanted Christine to inform Etika about how bad smoking is?" No, man. Yes, I wanted Christine to inform Etika when he was alive, but there's nothing we can do to change that. What I tried to do when I reached out to her at a later time was I tried to get a mental health advocate. Look in her bio, bro. My brother, look in her bio. Her bio literally says mental health advocate, and she claims that all over. I tried to get her to relay information because she has a bigger platform than me. I have 1,000 subscribers on Twitter, or followers. You know, I got 14,000 on YouTube. And I mean, yeah, it would have been better for me to post it on YouTube, but ultimately on YouTube, I don't talk about controversial topics. And I wanted to go about this slyly or in a secretive manner because Christine and I worked together on the documentary, and the whole premise of the documentary was to spin things out of a mental health thing and more into a positive light. We wanted to highlight the positive things about Etika and how awesome he was and the great things he did for all of us, instead of talking about his downfalls and the negative things and the situations such as his drug use and whatnot. So when I DM'd her at a later time after Etika passed away, I tried to get her to speak about talking about mental health awareness when it comes to psychosis and schizophrenia and bipolar and depression, which are all directly linked to gamma waves in the brain, and gamma waves are directly affected by THC usage. So I wanted her to just put that out there so people would know, hey, add a little bit of CBD to your weed. They sell the shit. They sell CBD, pure CBD. Dude, if you're going to smoke weed, I want...
video sells CBD. I literally took a picture of it.
Look, I wanted her to at least put the message out. This was it. I just wanted her to put the message out. Hey, if you smoke weed, you should think about putting CBD in it, because not having any CBD and smoking it can have significant effects on the brain when it's in high volumes like what it is these days. I want to point out to you, bro, and please hear me out. And Fivecraft, please don't interject for just at least like 30 seconds. Okay. When it comes down to our weed that we have these days, our weed has a 200% increase in the amount of THC. And that's 2 times the amount. But they've also found strains of weed that have a 700% increase of THC and a decrease in the CBD. So the weed we have today versus what our parents were smoking. Our parents were smoking weed that had a 1-to-1 ratio. Our parents were smoking weed that might have had like 20% THC and like 20% CBD, 1-to-1 ratio. But the weed we have these days is like 70% THC and like 0 or 0.00123% CBD. So we have such a dramatic difference between then and now, because they're constantly breeding the weed to try to make it stronger and stronger, so thus creating more effects. And these effects obviously are having an effect on a lot of people's mental health. And I hope you will look into my Twitter and look at the tweets that I put up. You have to scroll back a little bit, but I put up all the scientific evidence and facts and everything that you need to see. And I want y'all to just know that it's dangerous. Now, what the point of this video is, to that question, it's just to show that, bro, I was not attacking her, defend myself for the most part, and then to show the type of person she really is. Because if we really want to talk about character here and who people are and all this shit, why don't we actually discuss the real things that we actually do know? The things that were said out of people's mouths. Instead of putting words in people's mouths like she's been doing to me. She's been putting words in my mouth and saying like all these weird things that I never said. Instead of doing that to her, how about we just analyze what she actually said? She says she fucked one of Etika's close friends from high school. She fucked 3 days after Etika died, fucked a friend of his from high school. And then 6 days after that, flew out to California to AnimeCon to fuck a YouTuber that also worked with Etika. I want to put his name out, but I feel like that would be doxing at this point and send him hate. It's still fucked up what he did, but
You know, like
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. I'm not gonna dox the dude. I don't believe in doxing. So the point of this stream is defend my name, show what type of character she was, and also bring awareness at the same time. That's why it seems like we're kind of all over the place. But I guarantee you, bro, this is like literally stuff that can help people and save their lives, as well as to let the Joy-Con boys know to be aware, to look out, be on the watch, because we got people out here crawling the interwebs, just scouring about trying to fucking use people and trying to do all types of stuff, like disgusting things, like use the death of someone and use their social media presence to help further their own, and twisting and manipulating stories and situations and lies. It has to be exposed. So that's what's really going on. I hope I answered your question. I did it to the best of my ability. And, back to the regularly scheduled program. That shit is fucked. Frankie, that shit is fucked. It's fucked. She fucked a nigga, bro. His close friend, 3 days after he died. 3 days. 3, a friend of his. How dare you? What? Oh my God, bro. That is so disgusting, bro. 3 days, bro. And then 6 days later, fuck his coworker. Wow. I don't care what nobody say, bro. I'm dead ass at this moment, just ready, bro. I'll beat the shit out of any nigga that wants problems with me in real life. I'm standing by myself, bro. I stand by my mind. I stand by my mentality. I stand by my thoughts. I stand by my emotions. I know I'm not in the wrong. I will beat the fuck out any nigga that wants smoke with me, bro. Any nigga, I don't care. And if niggas want to take it away from fighting to other type of situations, I'm with that too. Just saying, that's it. I'm with whatever, bro. All smoke, all beef, bro. I don't care. I ain't want no problems. I tried to keep it offline, but they kept fucking with me. So that's where I'm at now. I'm at the point where I'm ready to eat anybody. I will eat niggas alive, bro. I don't care, bro. That's how I feel. So I hope that y'all get where I'm coming from. I'm in this position where I've been cornered in and backed against the wall. You back an animal against the wall, they gonna attack your ass. Do it. A cat will run from you all day, but when you corner that nigga in the corner of the room, nigga gonna attack your ass. Gonna launch a vicious attack to make sure you think twice forever for the rest of your life about trying to fuck with that cat again. A bear, the same thing. You can't keep poking a bear with a stick before he gonna eat you. That's how I feel, bro. That's the same predicament I'm in right now. Niggas not gonna keep fucking with me. Niggas, bitches, I don't care who it is, bro. People take my kindness for granted because I tried to be a kind human and not expose her and only point out the mental health awareness part of it, aspect of it. That's been taken for granted, and they think that I won't launch that. I got niggas and bitches right now that on a snap of the finger, I could say, yo, pull up. And they will pull up where I say so. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Kyle, I want to address something
I'm from
really
the streets,
quick
bro.
that Bacon said. Now, he said he literally cut her off several times. He was blocking people hoping to escape. Okay, let me explain something about mental deterioration. You start to be getting paranoid. You think people saying, "Are you okay?" is actually something else. It's literally what happens. Your brain deteriorates, your mental state breaks down. You start thinking things that aren't really there. You start saying things that aren't really there.
Look,
You do things you normally wouldn't do.
My boy Fabian asked a good question.
Literally threatened
He said, "Is this stream?" Hold on, my boy Fabian asked a really good question. He said, "Is this stream necessary?" Fabian, of course it's not necessary. To begin with, the whole thing was not necessary. Okay? You want the solid truth? I didn't want this. Bro, I asked her. I don't know how long you watched the stream. I pulled up video footage of me asking her directly, can we not do this publicly? Can we not beef publicly? Can we not have this shit surrounding Etika's name? She said, no, I'm keeping the tweets up. I'm posting more tweets. That's what she did. I blocked her and said, you know what, fuck it, and left it alone. A whole month passed of me ignoring the shots that she's sending my way. And then now she wants to try to say I'm sucking dick and some other shit, bro. It got out of hand. So yes, it's necessary. If somebody corners you against the wall, what do you do but fight back? It's more than necessary. It's way more. It's overdue. Because I should have been just fucking like smacked everybody with the truth. But I let my own self keep getting attacked online by people. Get DM'd. I'm about to pull up my DMs of the threats. Some of the threats I got, bro. You ain't been threatened, bro. Tell me if you ever been threatened by people you don't even know. You don't know what they look like. They got anime profile pics. You ain't never been threatened by people you don't know, bro. People threatening to fuck you up, calling you bitch ass nigga, all types of shit. My nigga, let me say this. Is this necessary? Yeah, it's necessary. I want to be left the fuck alone. That's it. I want peace. I always been doing my thing, bro. I ain't never had drama till I interacted with this bitch. That's all I'm saying, dog. I had nothing but love and respect. Even throughout some of the shit she said, I still showed respect and love and humbleness and being a bigger person. No more, dog. No more, my dude.
I've been threatened several times more than just online. I've been threatened in person. I've been literally attacked in person because of how I am.
So is this making it better? That's what somebody asked. Somebody asked me, is this making it better? Yeah.
Bacon did.
Yeah, Bacon. This is making it way better. You know, hell yeah, it is making it better. You know why? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm exposing the truth. Now, all those people that wanted to attack me, that wanted to kill me, that call me bitch ass nigga, they know they the bitch ass nigga, or they know they was fucking with a dumbass bitch. That's what they know. And excuse my language, it sounds so disgusting hearing all those like vulgar words come out my mouth because I don't normally talk like that. Yeah, I really don't. I only talk like that when I'm pissed off or I'm like in a mood or state where I gotta really defend myself. Yeah, it makes it better,
I
bro.
just straight up curse like a sailor.
I curse like a sailor too, but not like that back to back to back and like nonstop curse words. And I you know that's not. I don't want everybody to start like you know taking after me or trying to like. There's people that look up to me, and I don't want them to think like, hey, you know, it's okay to do this. Like, nah, you sometimes look. I believe this. I believe the ego is something we all shouldn't have normally, and you only bring it out when you need to use it to defend another human being's life or defend your own self. And this is one of those situations. So yeah, me putting this out there now, this lets everybody that's threatening to kill me and all this shit know. All the Joy-Con boys that really fuck with me and Etika, they know already. But the niggas who don't know, that was fucking with Etika and riding for his girl, his ex-girl, but they don't realize the type of bitch they fucking with, now they know. So now niggas gonna leave me the fuck alone and hop off my dick. I literally woke up 5 a.m. to attacks from her. And then later on today, this is a whole month and a half later, I'm chilling minding my business at work. And I fucking look down at my phone and what do I see, bro? 60 some type of tweets and shit like that. I'm tagged and all this shit. I got new DMs and people threatening me, calling me disgusting. What? What the fuck? What am I, dog? What do I look like? I'm not one of these clown ass niggas they dealing with. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not one of these people, bro. And I got people in my corner. I got good people that got my back that know what's up, dog. They know what type of person I am. They know how I carry myself. They know I'm not one of these fucking weirdos out here that's really harassing bitches on the internet and fucking attacking bitches on the internet. Ain't nobody got time for that, bro. I don't have time. I have a whole life, dog. Like, I go outside, I get pussy, I live life, I have fun outside of the internet. You know, it's just crazy to me that I'm getting attacked by all these motherfuckers that don't know what the fuck is going on in their own self. They don't even know the person they defending. You know what I mean? They don't even know the person they attacking. They don't even know that I'll bust their motherfucking head. Half of the people don't know I would whoop their goddamn ass. I would whoop their head to the white meat if I had to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't know that. Oh. So yeah, it's well more than due. And I got more footage that I'm about to share after me and Fivecraft finish talking. But we've been talking for a while.
Okay, so there is one thing I also want to address here that he just said. If you want a peace, why'd you expose? Okay, so let me explain something here.
No, stop, Fivecraft. If you wanted peace, why did you expose her? Why? Okay, let's say the same question.
If you wanted peace, Christine, why the fuck did you put up DMs between you and another individual? It was a one-on-one conversation. And why'd you twist it around? Why are they still up on your wall? Why'd you create all this drama? Why'd you send a mob of people to attack an innocent person online? Good question. Now ask it to Christine, because you're asking the wrong fucking person. If a motherfucker punched me in my face, I'ma beat their goddamn ass. And don't ask me why I beat them so bad.
Turning the other cheek doesn't always work.
No, I don't turn
Turning
cheeks.
the other cheek
I
doesn't
turn
always
their
work.
ass cheeks over and whoop the other one too. That's the type of nigga I am. If a motherfucker punch me in my face, I'm gonna whoop their ass. That's how it is. So somebody smack me in my face, what I'm supposed to do besides defend myself? Don't play with me, bro. I grew up in the streets. I grew up with no family, no parents, no nothing, bro. Nobody dared to have my back. What only person that's gonna stand up for me is me. If I don't stand for something, then who is? Who's gonna stand for a situation when it's like I actually am not wrong? You know what I mean? Fuck that shit, bro. That's how I feel, man. I know I sound like you might think this shit is crazy. Why did you expose her? Like what? Why did she put out DMs?
Why
She asked for this.
Shouldn't he? Let me ask him a question. Why shouldn't he? Why shouldn't he expose the factor of
truth?
She's trying to twist his words? Why shouldn't he
Good night,
defend
Mew.
himself? Why shouldn't he post things that prove that she's just bullshitting around? Why shouldn't he?
Oh no, dog. I don't know what
Answer
these people
that,
talk
Bacon.
about.
Why shouldn't he?
I don't think he can answer that. You know, Bacon, do you have a Discord? Would you like to have a phone conversation? I wouldn't mind having an intellectual conversation with you, bro. I wouldn't mind letting you share your opinion on you know, on the stream and whatnot. I don't mind. I'm simply honestly tired of kind of reading your messages, so I'd rather you just talk out loud. Maybe we can hear what you have to say. Do you have a Discord?
Instead of having to relay messages through a chat and having to.
Mike said, hold on, I didn't see what Mike said. Can somebody read Mike's message to me or retype it? Mike, can you type your
I
message?
really want to try and, you know, make a dialogue about all this I'm writing. I want to hear your thoughts and everything after all that.
All right, look, man. I'm gonna give you a really brief summary. I supported someone online, sent money to them for many years to try to help them be able to survive and make a life for themselves outside of crime, because I myself came from a background of crime and fucking the hood and the streets and homelessness, and I wanted to make sure that he didn't go back to that. So I sent money to him and supported him and followed him throughout his journey to see him succeed. Long story short, he succeeded, but it fell short of my expectations. And, you know, my expectations have nothing to do with this, in all honesty. What it really does have to do with is the fact that now there is an individual who was close to him that I also supported, is now taking my own words and trying to twist it around and manipulate the following of Joy-Con Boys, aka the entire fan base of people that supported the person I supported, and they supported him the same way I did, taking my words, manipulating it around and turning it into something that it wasn't, and taking it to try to make the same people that I was a part of, or I am a part of, trying to get them to attack me. And I've been attacked viciously through DMs and through comments and tweets and all types of stuff. And, you know, I'm just here to put an end to it and speak and show my behalf. And I feel like I'm not my behalf, my half of the story, my side of the story. I'm showing all sides, matter of fact, not just one half. I don't believe in that. I feel like people who show one half are just trying to manipulate. And, you know, like, that's not okay. So show everything. Own up what you said. Own up to what you did. Own up to the part you played in it. And if you can't do that, then it's clear that you have shame for the part that you took in it. If you have no shame in what you did, you have no reason disclosing that to the public.